begun. I turn on Twitch for some silver ball fun. The drinks are cold, the mics are hot, the Flip N Out stream. And Bill and Brady make a hell of a team. I'm from Chicago, we're set to take flight. Monday Night Pinball's coming on tonight. Are you ready for some pinball? A Monday night party, yeah. Flip N Out, about to get the good time started, y'all. Woo! Loving pinball strong, I don't wanna be right. All my rowdy friends are here for Monday night.
Oh, we're live, ladies and gentlemen.
Early.
Oh, we're a little bit early. We clicked back in. Hello, Pinball Land. Welcome to the Flip N Out Pinball Streaming Network, where today we've got Chuck Ernst, Computer Arts Director from Stern Pinball, in to play Elvira's House of Horrors. Also to his right is Mr. Steve Beatty. Welcome,
Howdy.
Steve. And welcome everybody in the chat tonight. This is a fun pinball machine, Chuck. We've had a lot of fun playing it so far. It arrived on Wednesday, right before Thanksgiving. And it's here, and it's in Studio C.
Studio C.
Studio C.
So we're calling
Studio
this?
C.
This is Studio C.
Isn't it Studio G?
We had Studio A, which was the original studio. Studio B is Steve Beatty's place. You've been there.
Okay.
And now we have Studio C, which is Studio Cromwell. We got all these studios and
Gotcha.
not a whole lot to show for it. But thanks for coming back, man. You're like our most celebrated guest
Yeah,
on
buddy.
Twitch. So that's always fun. Steve, it's good to have a couple of good party guys, always to my right. I imagine you're having a lot of fun because this game is not completed as far as a code or animation standpoint, right?
It's just like any Lyman project. He's a perfectionist, and he will continue to evolve this machine.
Yeah, right.
Things drive him nuts, and he has to fix it and tweak it and whatever. So it's, but it's great already. I can't imagine where else he's going to go with it.
It's fun. Well, I mean, and typically we see Lyman come back to games over large amounts of time. It's not like he's hits version 1.0 and then tucks himself away. I mean, he's coming back years after the fact to do, in some cases, major overhauls to this code. Now, were there any challenges? Because I remember you speaking about some of the challenges Steve Ritchie would give you when you were coding Black Knight Sword of Rage. Does Lyman have anything that he's looking to throw at you? When he's, or Greg Frere is, or anybody that's involved with, Dennis Norman's not with the company anymore, but I mean, anybody giving you throwing some curveballs in regards to what they want you to do animation wise?
What's kind of funny is actually no.
Good.
Which is with the benefit of having the art director and also co-designing it. Is there was, at least from a vision standpoint, Lyman and Greg both knew exactly what they wanted.
Right.
So when they came, they said, "I want to do this thing." Uh-oh.
Carrie Hardy,
Carrie.
100 minutes.
Lightning.
Carrie. Woo. We're back.
So they were great. Lyman actually had all of it worked out in his head, like way before we were involved in it, which is unusual for a game production. But and then we also brought on Paul Chemnankit. It's a old school art guy, CG, from back in the day, and he came on board to kind of get this thing looking exactly like it does today. So
nice.
Without Paul, this thing.
I'm looking at the attract mode here on the pinball machine, and even just looking at it in track mode, it's real fun as you're zooming into the Deadhead crypt and then into the house. I personally like it. And Kaz, thank you so much for the bits. Peyton B90, thank you guys so much. Thanks everybody joining us in chat here tonight. We're gonna have some fun.
Yeah, thanks guys.
We'll get some three-player games going now. We have Chuck tonight until about 9 Central Time, so we've got him for a couple hours, and you've got some stuff you got to take care of, I guess.
Yeah, my 2-hour drive home.
Yeah,
and
2-hour tour.
2-hour drive home. That's unbelievable, man. I don't know how you do it.
Thanks for coming out.
St. Charles, no high-speed rail.
I know, man. That's the truth.
With that?
There's no easy way to get back to where you're going to go, but we really do appreciate it. New follow, Peyton B90's following. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Flip N Out Pinball Streaming Network family. Great to have you. And let's just get started, man. Let's go in rotation. Steve, if you want to start it off, and we'll go Chuck. I'll bring it up. I'm going to make a quick little adjustment to one of these cameras. And then, Chuck, go ahead and run the stream, and I'll catch you around 9 o'clock.
I will run it
Thanks
into
for
the
coming in,
ground.
Chuck.
All right, Chuck, we got this, man.
Wouldn't be the first time.
I'm notorious.
That's awesome. I'll be right back.
Flip this shack. Oh,
All right, quick.
You brought help.
Quick, let's ask some personal questions about Ken. Well, he's not around. And not the questions about personal hygiene like last time.
For you, Barbara.
Night of the Living Dead, the original.
Good thing I
zombie
couldn't hear you over there,
Let's
Chuck.
trap this crap ASAP.
I do want to let people know something really quick, and actually I got this bit of information just before the stream started. If you're looking to get an Elvira pinball machine, I've got 2 bits of good news for you. Number 1, Flip N Out Pinball, Zach and Nicole Menny, they do have an Elvira Premium available right now, ready to ship. But if you're the high roller, and if you're the man with the plan or the woman with the plan of attack, and you want to get an Elvira Signature Edition, now the Signature Editions, as far as I know, have all been spoken for. Flip N Out Pinball has one available. You can call Flip N Out Pinball at 847-778-4876, or you can contact Zach at flippinoutpinball.com. Let them know that you'd like to take advantage and get that Signature Edition. The Signature Edition is the Cadillac of all the versions, and it also has the couch, right? The piece of couch
Right.
from So it's got everything. It's big.
I'm trying to get on my trivia.
Yes. Now, in other news, we are also going to be giving away compliments of Flip N Out Pinball an Elvira House of Horrors banner tonight. So if you want to walk out of here with a little bit of swag, stay tuned because we're going to have a way that you can win that. You're going to have to be in chat, and there's going to be a question that's going to be asked. And any correct answer qualifies to get this. The banner is in hand. It's ready to ship, and it'll go out this week. That's assuming you are in the continental United States of America. If you are out of the country and you win the contest, you are welcome to the prize. Just ask that you consider covering the shipping. Because when you get a big banner like that, it could be anywhere between $60 and $930 to get it shipped out of the country.
Yeah.
So you got to be careful. Dave Falgren's in the house. What's up, Maniacs? Christopher's here. 1 or 2.
What up, Dave?
Home 2 for the office. Wookie Jeep. Good seeing you in here. Kaz. We got Tradition. Never dies. Did you buy this or is this on loan? This is here from Flip N Out Pinball. So most of the machines that we get that come through the studio come through Flip N Out Pinball. And then when they're here, we usually have an opportunity to buy it, assuming Zach doesn't have another buyer lined up. And then they kind of move on. So it's here. Replica X, what's going on? Welcome back.
What
Having a
up,
hard time
Replica
getting on the
X?
server.
What up, Kyle Bass? Thanks for the bits.
Kyle Bass. Is it Bass or Basa? I need glasses.
Basa? It
Oh,
might be.
it's Kielbasa.
My kielbasa sausage.
Kielbasa. 50 bits. Thank you. Thank
You're
you very
right.
much.
No, I need the glasses.
You ready for
I
player
messed
2?
that up.
Am I doing player 2?
Sure.
P2?
Why not?
All right, I'll blow that.
P2?
Some fun animations here on a Valor Heist of Horse.
This is an interesting little setup.
So
I'll scooch a little bit.
You like that?
We're good. We're good.
Man, I love streaming out of Studio C. Last time Chuck was here, he was in Studio A, which was the dungeon of all of our studios.
The dungeon studio.
Was the dungeon. Good times, ladies and gentlemen. Man, it feels like we haven't streamed Monday Night Pinball in a couple weeks.
It's been a while.
I think it's been a couple weeks.
It's been a couple weeks. I missed
Yes.
it.
I missed it too.
It's good to have Chuck back. Always a good time.
It's always good to have Chuck back.
Kielbasa.
This
Kielbasa.
crew tips the creep factor scales at about a 50.
Dave
out of 10.
in the house.
Time to remove this
So is this
experimental team from
particular
my house.
machine for sale? Do we know? Is Zach in chat right now?
Zach's here. He's asking a question. He's asking, does Elvira win the 2019 Twippy for callouts, for music, and for animation? Don't overlook the machine on these categories.
Ooh.
What was your question, Steve?
Is this particular machine for sale? Or is this
Well, it's for sale after we stream it.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but
So it's
I
not,
mean,
it's not
everything's
sold
for sale.
per se.
No, it's
for
not
now.
spoken for.
Cool.
It's not spoken
Cool,
for.
cool.
This is still property of Flip N Out Pinball and the Flip N Out Pinball streaming network. Hey. I'm gonna go have my typical horrible first game on a pin that we stream.
You can't get worse than that. That was draintastic.
So call outs, music, and animation. I mean, it's got a lot of good going for it, man.
I think Ken got evicted.
I love the animations. I'm not, you could bypass them. I don't think we should do that. I think people should see it tonight if they haven't spent a lot of time watching the game.
You know what's great about this is we actually got to record her, and she knew she was being put in a pinball machine.
That's awesome. So
Unlike-
where did you do this recording with Elvira? And I'm assuming a green screen and
Yep. Paul Chemnankit and Greg Ferris went out to L.A.
So,
and they
okay.
actually recorded like in a real professional.
Yeah, sure.
You know, they
sure,
know what
sure.
they're doing.
Yeah.
Not like me in the bathroom with a green towel.
Yeah. So how many days did you get with Elvira to put all these shots together?
She did everything in 8 hours.
No
She
way.
cranked through that.
Wow.
She's a pro.
That is very pro.
And we couldn't shoot with her on the couch. So the couch you're seeing in there, we computer generated.
Awesome.
Because the couch, unfortunately, was already cut up in pieces.
It was already chopped up, huh?
Yeah.
So what was Elvira sitting in?
Just a stool.
Just a stool, huh?
Yeah,
All
so
right.
she's not laying down. So yeah.
I definitely enjoy watching the Elvira clips. So Jobber says, what is a Twippy? So that is the only, I guess, known pinball
Hey,
award.
settle down there, champ.
This week in pinball, Jeff Patterson throws together the Twippy Awards every year, and those will be down in TPF, and it's a fan-based vote.
Player 1, you're up.
Yeah, that's Twippy's good stuff. I think
Yeah,
I think voting opens up in January here. Come soon.
The call
Actually, Twippy pre-qualifying voting opens up this week.
Yeah, this week.
But sorry, Chuck, I didn't mean to cut you off.
You
Pin Stadium,
son of a-
welcome. 16 bits, thank you. Borg Dog, thank you so much for the 55 bits. So sorry about that, Chuck. You know me, I got to come in and talk over
Just
everybody.
trash.
It wouldn't be a good host if I wasn't
Forget it.
talking over the
I'm not
guests.
talking anymore.
Right.
Forget it.
Thanks for coming in. I'm sorry, man.
No, I was just telling Steve that the Elvira, the recording and everything else with her, she did it all in 8 hours, and she mopped through pages and pages and pages of call-outs.
It's amazing.
Yeah, she was great.
Replica X representing with 500 bits. Thank you so much, Replica X. That's awesome, buddy. Thank you.
I'm gonna see if I can find out the information.
Some
here.
trivia. One thing I wanted to let you know, a lot of times when you're playing a pinball machine and it has movie clips as assets, and you start these modes and you get used to these clips, you have a tendency to kind of double flip and to skip them.
Right.
But with these clips and with Elvira's cinematic takes, I still find myself watching them all the way through, even though I've seen them so many times now after playing the game 50, 60 times.
Last I counted, there was over 3,700 video clips in this game.
3,700 video clips?
3,700.
What did Batman 66 have?
Jeez, I think 800.
No, there can't be 3,700 in here and 800 in Batman 66.
No, there is.
What?
Lyman went nuts, and he cut up.
Oh my gosh.
I think it was 3,700. I'll have to. I'm trying to check right now.
That seems like you might have added a column of numbers somewhere, because that's a lot. I'm trying to figure out how that works. That's a ton of clips. But
trying to connect to our server.
But are the clips sunk with the audio? Are we getting audio with the clips? We are, and they're sunk with the audio. So good times. Our Arcade and Pinball Talk is going to be straight down the middle for the best YouTube pinball table channel. Could be. I like the use of the word table.
I'm trying to be antisocial. I'm just on our server trying to research some stuff for you.
Well, do me a
for the
favor
fans.
and lift your phone up so people know what you're staring at under the. There we go.
It's not my.
Right.
Lead, sir.
Right. I just because you seemed a little infatuated there, and even me, I had to look out of the corner of my eye to see
Like,
what was going on.
what
But
are you doing?
I didn't want to look. I was like, oh, unreal. Good
All right,
times.
Let's try this again.
Yeah, let's try it again. Again, anybody joining us now, Elvira's House of Horrors with Chuck Ernst, computer graphics art director at Stern Pinball, is here to talk about the pin, the animations,
All right,
and
here we go.
answer questions in chat. Now, next week, same bat time, same bat channel, we've got Greg Ferreras, who is Hall of Fame pinball artist, who was on Elvira's House of Horrors, Elvira's Scared Stiff, and Elvira the Party Monsters, amongst several other pins throughout the decades. He will be in here to stream the game with us next week, so it's always fun. If you've not jumped on board and followed the Flip N Out streaming network, we recommend that you do so now. Just be notified when we go live. It's always good times. Dave Falgren, thank you for the bit, buddy. Every little bit counts. Tiki Pinball's here. What's up, Tiki? Hey, 6.5 Degrees is here, who I had the pleasure of meeting this weekend. Came by and picked up a Jurassic Park Pro from Studio C. Thanks for coming in, buddy. Hot sign guy. He's here. David L. Dennis here with the 2 bits. Thanks for offering your 2 cents, David L. Dennis. How's that Jurassic Park Pro? Hopefully good. I'm sorry, what you got?
Hey.
No way.
So that's how many are in there. Do I text somebody?
How many are in there now? Like 6?
No, I think they're all in there.
Are they all in there
Yeah.
now? Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
I haven't seen most of them then.
Headshot.
All right.
Kinect is here selling a Star Wars topper for $9.50. Comes with a peach of his couch. That's awesome. Is it me, player, or is it Chuck? Player two?
Chuck.
God.
All right, let's go, Chuck.
Just
Blow it
chilling,
up.
man.
I know you play this all day at Stern.
Yeah, that's what I do.
I know.
It's like,
It's computer art directing and then play testing.
the funnest job.
Right, exactly.
I really get into this though, man. That's awesome.
In
Hey,
Stadium,
in
rocking and rolling with the
Stadium.
gift subs. What is that?
Dang.
10 tier 1 subs. The Flip N Out community.
Wow.
Thank you, Scott. Pin
Awesome.
Stadium. And of course, as always, this pin is illuminated by the Pin Stadium Extreme kit, the exterior mounting Pin Stadium illumination kit. Pin Stadium Extremes for the extreme and serious.
Looking good.
Thank you, Scott. That's huge, buddy.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thanks, Scott.
More people coming on in.
Coming over in.
All right, we got straight down the middle. Greg is here. Is it
What's
the
up,
piece
Greg?
that lights up under the backlight? Nicely done. Hey, now
Welcome
straight
back,
down
Chuck.
the middle. Greg was on Special One Lift Pinball podcast. We recorded that today. Man, the gift subs are still calculating here.
That's why you don't blow it up before we go live.
Right, exactly. Yeah, it suck.
That's
all
amazing.
fun, man.
It's amazing.
All right, what else we got?
I'm gonna step away and take
got
my
a-
turn here.
Jesus.
Forensic D2 subscribing. Thank you. Woo! How do you use a gift sub? I'm not sure. Couldn't tell you.
Very carefully.
Very carefully.
Ba-dum-bums.
Or just, yeah, or loosely.
How do I get to Broadway?
All right.
That's right.
There she
New
goes.
subs all day.
And your little zombie friends too.
Good stuff, guys.
Oh, yeah, I was going to check to see how many clips are in this thing.
Wild Women Multi-Ball!
A little late there, Ken. I really like the music for this, too. This is great.
No, they did
You know
a
what?
good job with that.
And now I can actually watch the animations here. Because I definitely could not pay attention before. That's awesome. Game looks good, says Kaneda. Jobber will a mummy gift sub and daddy gift sub. A mommy gift sub and daddy gift sub love each other very much. Okay. All right. I know. A little confused. Dave asks, Beatty, why do you guys wear headphones during the stream? All right. Elvira's turned up. It's cranked up right now. So it helps to hear just each other talk, for sure. It's not necessary per se, but it really helps, man. Beatty, what you drinking? I have a little vodka seltzer tonight. Cutting out some carbs, man.
Is it a White Claw?
No, but I mean, I think White Claw are also carbless, so that's an option. But a little seltzer, a little vodka,
Let's see. All right, here we go.
homemade White Claw. Ooh yeah, that's a good one too. Going down quick too.
So we
Slow down a little here.
All right, so I was real close to how many clips are in this thing.
Okay, so I missed your guys' conversation.
Oh,
Were you
so-
talking about the?
Within 2,000?
No, if you count the stuff we generated, there's 4,200 clips in this thing. Yeah.
We.
That's awesome, man.
So I think Lyman said you had 3,800 clips that he cut up and put into this thing. So the chances of you keep running into the same clip over and over again, very low.
Yeah. Nope, seeing it.
The stuff we generated, you'll see over and over again.
Birdo drink one. Thanks for the biddies, man. Woo!
Woot woot.
Homemade prison wine.
Jeez, you know what? I don't know how many clips are in Monsters.
What is Chuck drinking? Chuck's wife Amy asks. We got a. Do we have an Amy Ernst in the house?
Yes,
All right.
that's her.
All right.
She's keeping track of me.
All right.
It's Buffalo Trace and Coke.
AKA water.
It's
Oh, that's awesome.
so then she's like,
Thanks for joining.
She's like-
Thanks for keeping an eye on Chuck tonight. Because Ken and I have trouble doing that ourselves.
hello, Zoe.
42 Gift says, hello, Ken. Ken's got a ball going here.
I actually don't get to watch the videos being played because
Right? It's great.
pretty much every Elvira we made sold, so we don't have one in our
You don't
arcade.
have one in the. Oh, wow. Yeah, I was watching the Wild Woman multi-ball.
Oh, right.
I didn't get to see it up there. That's pretty funny, man. I like the tunes. The tunes for the modes are
Right.
great. They're fun.
Greg really pushed for the songs that are in this,
That's awesome.
and some of them
Glad
we
he
didn't
did.
know if we were gonna have the licensing
Sure.
until really late. So
Sure.
It's a fun song, man. Little jump jive. So it's better in a pinball machine than listening to the oldies. Good times.
Wait.
Pumps you up.
Oh,
yeah,
there
no,
you go.
it's really fun. Yeah, Forensic 2D. Thanks for coming in on Amazon Prime. If you guys have Amazon Prime, you can you get a free sub every single month. So you can link your Amazon Prime account to Twitch, and then every month you can gift the subs to your favorite streamer. So whether that's Flip N Out Pinball or Special One Lid or any of the other quality streaming services out there, get out there and do it. Support your local streamer. Ken, can you provide an update on the
streaker.
charity stream? I will do that later, Kaz. Thank you, buddy. Are you going to come out for the charity stream at all? Do you have any idea? December 20th or 21st?
Oh man,
It's
I
like,
have to
know.
check with Amy.
We'll send the Uber for you.
I don't know what I'm doing on the 20th.
You should bring Amy. Bring her Saturday the 21st. Or
Chuck, marry, kill, or eat.
oh,
I wouldn't. I don't think I'd eat Richie's little past due.
did you?
That's old.
Oh my gosh. Mary Killer Eat. Steve Ritchie, Zach
I'd
Meddy,
marry
Dwight Sullivan.
Dwight Sullivan. He's very clean.
Yeah, he would give you the best relationship.
Right. He's,
Yes.
You know where he is. You know where he is at night.
You know where you stand in the relationship at all times too. Like there's no him hiding his feelings about what's going on at any given
Right.
time.
He would just blurt it out.
Right.
I'm mad at you.
We've all heard that.
Right.
Ken,
I'm very upset with you.
I'm mad at you. Well, at least you know though. There's
right.
I
And
never
Beanie-
I
Beanie
never
would
have
sleep all the time.
Yeah.
So that would be pretty easy, I guess.
So you could
I'd kill Steve.
well yeah.
That's a given, I think.
Beatty or
Except
Richie.
he has guns.
Richie.
I don't know. It's a tough one. Back on the guns.
December 20th is Star Wars weekend.
You're up.
Player 2 is up. Oh, good times. It's good to be back streaming.
I know.
Took that week off and it
God,
I missed it.
35 million.
Great.
Straight down the middle is great. Hey, with Amazon Prime, man. That was the quickest anybody's linked. Thank you so much, Greg. Greg Bone was, again, I was on Special and Lit Pinball Podcast. Today we recorded with him, so we have that uploaded probably Wednesday. Good
times.
And Royden's here. Good
What
day,
up,
man.
Royd?
How are you, buddy?
Cheers.
Good having you here. Brian Selzer's a pinball collector, says Dave Falgren. David Aldenis. David would marry Dwight because he wouldn't play any games. He would F Richie because I bet he's a dirty talker. He would eat Beatty because he's got the marbling, and I'd kill Zach.
Oh,
It's
so
easier
much
that way.
marbling.
A lot of thought went into that, David. All right.
Ah.
I'm noticing the pinball stance of a Chuck Ernst. It's kind of like he's like in the Olympics on the parallel bar.
Yeah.
He's got one foot directly behind the other, and he's kind of balancing. So that's kind of interesting.
Hopefully that rug doesn't move out.
The footwork. You like the
Flip
addition
out.
of the rug there a little
I
bit?
really like it, yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
I like it. I like it.
It's getting cozy in here.
It is cozy in here.
Having a night with Dwight and Sydney on Friday. Yeah, that's right. So Dwight, I was just talking to him. He was at the airport.
Oh, right
and,
on.
so he's going over to Australia for 2 weeks. He's speaking at a conference out there. And then Royden's hooking up with him with a couple of our other Aussie friends. And they're doing like a Sunday night with Dwight or something like that. So it's actually pretty fun.
That's
Good time.
awesome, man.
Live Catch Pinball's here. What's up, Live Catch Pinball?
What
Great
up,
times.
Catch?
Playing Lord of the Rings tonight and watching you. Yeah,
Well,
man.
Rings, good game.
Good times.
Good game, good time.
Always good hearing from you. I'm always happy to see you here, Live Catch.
Yeah.
Ryan Osborne. Friday night. I'm sorry, Royden. My fault, buddy. So
Very cool.
Elvira's House of Horrors. Again, if you're looking, there's Flip N Out Pinball right now. They have not only a premium ready to ship, but the coveted signature edition. There's one that just made itself available at Flip N Out Pinball. You can call
The
it
coveted SE.
847-778-4876 to grab either the signature or the premium edition of Elvira's House of Horrors. They're ready to ship. They're ready to go. You can also contact Zach at flippinoutpinball.com. Hey, good job, man. You had it rocking. It was fun. I mean, we're not playing horribly so far, right?
Not so bad.
And by we,
Not so good.
You're next.
Nice. Kind of head around.
So did you guys-
Friday night.
Did you guys,
That skill shot is
all right, hang
Elvira's
on.
super secret backdoor skill shot. It's behind the house, and it's a real delicate shot that comes up through here, and you've got to, you're either overdo it or underdo it. It's obviously with any skill shot, but
Yeah, that's a nice one.
Did you get to meet Cassandra?
I did
go to-
not.
you-
I
did you go to
saw
the
her. I
show?
took 100 pictures, but no, yeah, there was a long line. It was cool to just see her. You know, I didn't shake her hand. I didn't get my picture.
It was kind of funny because my wife and I were at the show. We were getting on an elevator, and my wife goes, I bet you Cassandra's on this floor. And I'm like, yeah, you know, I bet she's on this floor. Because
Sure,
it was
sure.
one of the top floors. And we go down one floor and the doors open and in comes Cassandra with her manager.
Yeah,
And she rode down the elevator with her.
I saw them walk in the halls and going from the elevators, and I was
Yeah.
like, I'm not going to bother these guys.
No, I felt
They're
bad.
busy.
Yeah,
They're
she's-
busy.
We saw her a few
What up, Brian?
times. Stepping out of the elevator, we saw her walking.
Yeah, she was there all weekend.
She's tall.
Good time.
Or she had
No,
heels on.
No, she would have heels because she's
Yeah, she looked
like
taller than me.
5'6".
It's pretty tall.
That's
What do you think? Set up another 3-player?
No, let's wrap it up, guys. It was
All right.
fun. Thanks, Chuck. Thanks for coming out.
yeah,
man.
for coming
it was
out,
worth
man.
the drive. Really.
It was good.
We'll get you home. Get you home in
was
time.
One drive.
Chuck's
one
wife
dr-
is
one drink
keeping
for-
an eye out anyway.
for 4 hours of round trip.
Dude, we needed to have the out for the release. That was it. So again, thanks for joining us on Flip N Out Pinball.
We got our subs, so we're good.
Yeah, right. We hit our quota of 1 sub today.
All right, let me. I'll start it.
You know, Ken was actually there was a restraining order. Ken doesn't want to talk about it.
It's something I don't want to talk about. Is I'm not allowed to speak of it.
It's
So
the court order.
I really making me uncomfortable talking about that right now.
Yeah, it's actually amazing if you think about what she did on her own. Like she invented that whole thing.
Yes.
It's you know, it's very cool.
Well, and especially in today's pinball climate where putting a woman's sexuality on display but she owned it, and she was always in control of that, and she was able to take advantage of that for her own.
It's not like
gain.
Baywatch, right?
Right,
It's like
right.
You know, they could have found anybody, put on the bathing suit, and do whatever.
For sure.
She really definitely empowered. She was empowered
Exactly.
to her own thing there. So yeah, it's very cool.
Now, you know what I would like to see? And because you remember Svengoolie, right?
Yeah.
What if there was like a hidden Svengoolie mini wizard mode or something in here, and you get him to do a little cameo, and that would be awesome. Because when I think of like those late night,
I don't think you can afford
hosts-
to get him.
Really?
Yeah, I think he's just. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, I was like, man,
I'm
that's
pretty
like
sure
you
you
guys
can get
got
him to show up
Cassandra.
at your birthday party. And
That would be pretty awesome. I think that would. I mean, just throwing it out there. He's available, and I think he's local, right? So.
Oh yeah.
A little Sven Gulli multi-ball, or
Sure.
all right.
All right, here we go.
You heard it here. I guess Chuck thinks it's a good idea. Thanks, Chuck.
Did I slam in you there?
Is now a bad time to ask for a flipper code for me? Woo. Good times. So have they come out with pricing for the Black Knight Topper then? I have not seen pricing on the Black Knight Topper. Straight down the middle, Greg is talking with Warden.
Get ready to
Straight down the middle is Elvira approved.
and a little quirky.
Good
for the
times.
rest of Washington.
Yeah, so Kaz, thanks for the reference to the glamour shot that was provided by Wes Bentley. I'll have to upload that to the Facebook page. It's pretty funny. Does anyone own a Black Knight? We had a Black Knight here for a while, and I did get into the Black Knight LE, Premium LE. It shot well. It was fun. Sven Gulli has that Me TV money. He has to buy. He's busy counting the $100 bills.
Ooh, get the
Well,
ETV
there's
going.
another 500 in him if he wants to do a little mode here.
Yeah, right?
That'd be awesome. Yeah, I was getting into it, man. I was deep diving into that Black Knight. I would own a Black Knight Premium if I had a collection of like in the 20, like around 20. I
Yeah,
could see me
20
owning.
and lots of money.
Yeah, right. Exactly. I don't know that I would buy the topper though. I'm gonna ask Chuck about those the floating deadheads, if that's something that will be sticking around in its current state, or if that may be altered. Because if I've got one kind of
Here
nitpicky
we
thing,
go.
just a little nitpicky
Here we
thing,
go, the nitpicks.
it would be
I
that
getcha.
that maybe tone down the amount of. Oh, but yeah, no, it's a great
All right,
game.
yeah.
I love
Love
it.
it.
Everything's
Deadheads.
awesome. Chuck, great ball, buddy.
Good stuff. Good
Very
stuff,
nice.
Chuck.
We're just talking about the excellent animations.
Player 3.
Do you know with the floating deadheads do you see that staying consistent in its current capacity? How like size and where they're going, like kind of all over the place? Have you thought about?
You know, there's some people that have voiced some opinions about that being distracting.
Really?
And yeah, so it's kind of, you know, we're actually toying with changing it in some way, shape, or form.
That's good. You're listening to feedback, right?
But it's like if it's cool unless everybody's annoyed, then it's not cool.
Yeah,
So, I
no,
don't know.
all right, I hear-
Some
I hear
people
you.
liked it, some people didn't. But I guess that's kind of everything.
Exactly.
Can't please everybody, right?
Right.
Am I right? Am I right?
846 700 bits.
What up?
Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, Ryan.
It's always good having Ryan in chat. I'll be right back.
Watch out. All right. What'd you get there? I can't see. Yeah, a little far on both. 4 mil you got going?
Don't go anywhere.
Don't go anywhere. David L. Dennis. Hey, Chuck, what items on the HUD are becoming standard?
It's a. I call it the visual language of pinball.
Yeah.
And we're kind of developing things that work and don't work, and we're adjusting them. And I think pretty consistent now is the 4 score at the bottom, all getting different sizes. So
Sure,
you can
yeah.
kind of make out. Keith still likes to have the 1 score duplicated in the middle. We're kind of leaning that way for at least for the scores, balls, and you know,
Sure.
credits and that kind of thing. We're trying to go clean. Is the thing. We're trying to clean up the interface.
Yeah.
For a while there, we were putting all sorts of data on the thing.
I mean, because they could, right?
And then it was overwhelming.
Yeah.
So what happened was there was so much information that nobody understood any of the information.
Sure. Especially
So-
when you're in the middle of a game.
Yes.
You only have time to look up for so a
Right.
little bit of time.
So there's a lot of back and forth on how valuable that information is on the screen. A lot of people that like to know, they want to see the flashing lights and shoot the lights.
Yeah.
And if you have anything on the screen that's telling you to make a shot, it's lost to the player.
Sure.
So we're dialing back to more of a cleaner look, just a need to know basis.
Good stuff.
Be doing full registration.
Animations and sound on this game, I
Yeah.
some of my favorite, man. Like straight up, seriously.
Have you seen the house party yet?
Have not seen the house party
You
yet.
haven't seen the house party? Okay.
So somebody's got
I
to
don't
get
want to
there.
spoil it for you.
Somebody's got to get there.
It's
I heard
cool, it's cool.
the game goes crazy, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that's all I know about it. I
The-
don't want to.
It's very cool. If we, I don't think I'm definitely not getting there for you guys tonight.
Ken's our
Ken.
one shot at the house party.
Right. So
I wonder if Ken's seen it yet.
yeah, it's very cool.
You know, I felt like I was stuffing it in to go like that, man.
Blow it up.
Have you seen House Party? Come on.
Oh, that sucks.
No house party this round. Jump
All
and
right,
jive.
I got one more bit of feedback.
Have you ever flipped off a pinball machine?
Twice.
That's
So, but I'm thinking like when it comes out of the VUC, out of the right,
okay.
I think like a 2-second ball save would be perfect because
Oh, does it
sometimes
shoot-
it
sometimes shoots
fires directly into the left lane, or if you get a ricochet to the out, like you don't want a house ball off of VUC.
Right.
But you know, again, this just little feedback, especially since
know-
it just happened to me.
It's
It's like
Any more feedback?
and
there, Ken?
a center post kit
We'll
would be
see,
pretty nice.
we'll see what happens in the next
center
ball.
post kit and some training wheels.
We have the out
Another
lanes all the
flipper
way
in the middle?
open. Right. Yeah, another flipper in the middle.
Oh god.
That button.
You know what's funny is you know, I like pinball, but I'm not like I wasn't a pinball nerd when I started at Stern. And
Sure.
and it's funny to hear some of the guys go like, you know, I'm like, hey, have you guys ever thought of this? And they're like, yeah, that was,
Right,
you know,
right.
we did that on the whatever witch and the whatever game and the whatever game. I'm like,
You're like, oh.
okay.
Sorry to bring it up. So.
Yeah.
At least you
I'm
knew
an
you were
idiot.
onto something.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Or my favorite is when I suggest something and then they go, yeah, that's stupid.
It's not going to happen. Pinbeam23, thank you so much for subscribing. You got 3 months here. Really appreciate the 3-month streak and sticking with us here. And Eaton Ford 67, subscribe tier 1, 4 straight months, or for at least 4 months. I appreciate that too, guys. Very, very nice. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, Ken would also suggest removing the tilt mech. I don't need to suggest that. I can simply do that on my own, David L. Dennis, but thank you, buddy. There is actually a tilt bob in this game today.
You know what I actually just thought of?
What's
I thought
that?
it'd be funny to put in a button that tilts the machine. So when you're playing with somebody, just to mess with them, like
It's
the one
just
guy just gets
remote
tilt,
status.
tilt,
Any nudge?
right? Because I know certain guys that would throw the machine through a wall.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, that was BS.
Rage tilt. Oh, my gosh.
Rage tilt.
What do they call it? Coffin drop it, where you
Right.
pick it up and slam it?
Well, I've been here when you and Bill have both just reached onto the game or under the back box and just turned the game off.
Oh, if I ever
was
just
like, dude,
turn the game off,
come
it's because
on.
I am about to rage and
I guess
it needs to be off.
It's the healthiest thing for the game.
Yes,
is to
it's
just
healthiest thing for me. Actually,
kill the power.
That's
Kill the
just how it
power.
goes. Yeah, so it's tough. We had glass shatter after a bad ball recently. See, now that's tough. I had the glass shatter on this pin. The translite glass shattered when I was trying to put it back up and in. Scared the hell out of me, man. I've never had that happen before.
Nitpicking number 3.
Yeah.
Stronger back glass.
Or how about plexiglass?
Plexiglass.
Where it's not breaking all over me.
You ever buy
That's
a
never
used
happened
game and
before.
had plexiglass? Is the glass?
No. Arcades I have, but
Yeah,
not
it's
pinball.
It's
Not
not
pinball.
the same. Not the same.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I remember you telling me that.
Glass
That's
shattering
wild.
is surprising.
That's glass I've never accidentally broken playfield glass either.
Knock on wood.
Yeah.
I have not either.
My first
So-
time throwing it away and hitting it with a hammer in the garbage can, even with like the lid was closed, there was like this much of the lid open.
Yeah.
And it was all over my garage. It's like, oh my
It
god.
explodes. It's like there's an expansion that comes out of the
crazy.
glass. It
It's
is
crazy.
crazy.
I did. It's all
Tiki
I did.
Pinball flips off his games all the time, especially Walking Dead. So that's good times. Bad ball in Game of Thrones, and the guy hit the lockdown bar and
Carry
pop.
her.
Oh, no way.
Thank you, buddy.
Carrie Hardy. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for the 20 bits.
All right, what do we miss?
So
What
the
did I
guy
miss here?
slammed the lockdown bar and broke all the playfield glass on Game of Thrones. That sucks.
Yeah, that does suck.
That's horrible. Dumpster fire. Jobber. Carrie Hardy. All right, got to make like a baby and head out. That's horrible, dude.
Player 3.
Did you hear that? Carrie Hardy says, I have to make like a baby and head out.
Oh, hey, yo.
Time for dinner and Disney or Disney Plus, Carrie Hardy. Oh my gosh. You guys heard the F-bomb on this game yet? Is there an F-bomb in this game?
Dinner and Disney.
No, I didn't
Later,
think
Carrie.
so.
No.
That one could wish, but there's not.
We were to Dennis, David and Dennis, Cassandra. Yeah, so we didn't have the couch that she could sit on because she cut it up in pieces for us. So we had to record her on a green screen on a stool. So there was no couch. So everything you're seeing in there was done in post.
That's amazing. And we touched on this earlier. She did all of these clips in 8 hours.
Yeah, all the video clips.
All the video clips in 8 hours.
And she like a pro. She just was like one shot.
It's amazing.
There's only a few that were done a couple of times, but she, just cranked through them.
That would have been cool to be there and check that out.
I don't know if
Sergeant Jarhead, he is
I'd have to look into that. I would be surprised if Sergeant Jarhead did this.
He reminds me of the Attack from Mars. Return to battle, soldier.
Right.
Got that same voice going on.
Maybe they might have put it in after the fact that I wasn't aware of it, and they put a thing in there.
Now we're gonna have the.
Oh, we're gonna have a. Okay, so I guess somebody might have put it in without my knowledge. It's funny. What F Fred? I guess I
Fred.
should get the Fred out of here.
You must be psychic. Now it's time to round up this crazy, creepy, culty
Jobber, I hate to say it, but in the new Star Wars movie, they are actually not in space. Well, shit. That's
Well, I'm gonna
blows
have to,
my mind,
I'm gonna have
man.
to look that. I stand corrected if that's a. Look at you guys.
all right.
Women multi-ball.
So we have two people that.
Yeah, that's some serious
Three?
nerds.
Yeah.
And I thought we were the nerds.
Hey, man.
Nerds.
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 All right. Don't take it out. Like, hey guys, whoops, we need to fix something. Next code update.
Next thing on the F bomb A.
F-bomb, yay.
I don't know.
Good stuff. All right. So how do you get this, what do you call it, the crazy haunted house? Or
It's a. I don't know. I was just gonna make something up just then.
complete all these modes?
All right,
and-
so let's see let's see how much of a nerd you guys are. What do you have to do to get the house party?
The haunted house party. Start 4 modes.
You're up.
There's Jarhead.
All right, let's see what he says. Oh, wait, that's Sergeant.
Anonymous, what's up? So yeah, you want to get halfway through the house in this game to really where it really starts popping when you get kind of that surprise and starts playing. It's awesome.
Oh, okay.
I love it. It's so far my favorite single moment of the game is when that happens.
Josh Clay did that, and the loose instructions were, hey, there's this house party mode. Can you make a house look like it's having a party?
Yeah,
And then he's like, okay.
it's
Okay,
great.
I
It is
can
like
do
a
it.
party. This whole pin is kind of like a party to me.
No, it's a great pin.
You guys, you hear me talking about the pinball experience, which is like the feeling that you have when you walk away from a machine after playing it, and this rates very high as far as the pinball experience for me. I do like it.
That last ball
Not-
was
not
very
so good.
low,
Not
very
so-
low.
Low pinball experience.
No, I totally get it.
Lord Helmet, what's going on? Late joining in tonight. How many games have you played on this so far tonight? This is our second game, right?
Second game. Yep.
Game 2.
Game 2 of the eve.
We will be playing this game tonight until 3 a.m. And then we're going to go to after hours till 5 a.m.
Yeah, so set your alarms.
No, we've got
Or
Chuck until 9.
Brew
So
the coffee.
we got a little over an hour. Chuck Ernst is here, computer arts director at Stern Pinball. He's on the game right now. Next week, We have Greg Ferrer is joining us. He'll be streaming Elvira's House of Horrors with us starting at 7 o'clock, so that'll be fun. I have absolutely said that I do enjoy this. I wasn't thrilled about this game when I played it at Expo. When you get the full package of the audio, it really changed the game for me as far as...
Huge difference.
It does make a big difference.
We got a little Chuck dance going on over there with the tunes.
How long do you expect me to call in for? Yeah. We'll be selecting our call-ins tonight. Somebody needs to start.
Oh, look at this.
Hey, did you get the ball safe?
Look at that.
Attaboy.
Hang on. I remember something about this. When it goes out, when the out lane, you hit the center button.
Well, no, if
hit
the hand
the
of
action
fate
button.
is lit, and it'll be an insert that's lit on the left
Left out lane.
out lane.
Oh, okay.
And if you get in there, you'll get the spinning wheel, kind of similar to the spider wheel in Scared Stiff. And in one of the selections, there is a ball save on there.
But you need to hit that,
You need to hit the center button.
and then the wheel.
And then
comes
whatever
up.
prize
So
you
if you don't know
selected-
about it.
Well, usually she'll say hand of fate is lit. Then you know on that left out
okay.
lane that you can go ahead and you can you get a chance to spin.
Gotcha.
So good job.
Boo.
I'm ashamed to say that that's the first time I've seen that.
No way. I don't think I've seen it. But I also haven't worked on this game for multiple years.
Right. We typically work full time on
love
a
it.
game for about 4 months.
Okay.
And and a lot of times the rules and everything don't kick in until like the couple weeks right before the game
Makes sense.
is supposed to come
Makes
out.
sense. That was pretty
And then
cool
by
though.
then
I
we're-
saw you
yeah.
kind of like,
I'm like, what
wait,
the hell? I have to hit the button.
What's going on here?
That's hilarious.
Good times.
Crazy. I think, well, I don't know if all the deadheads are in yet, but I mean, we're done. I don't know if they're all hooked up yet.
I mean, these guys look like 30-something.
The light under the ramp to the house. Yeah, that's cool. With the skull. That
With the
kinda-
skull?
Yeah.
That's very
really,
cool.
Really neat.
It almost looks like a projection, like there was a projector or
Yeah,
something on
yeah.
it.
I remember. I think it was on Straight Down the Middle. Greg and Zach they were kind of arguing. You know, what is that? Is it a projection? I think Greg thought it was a projection. And Zach was like, no, it's not. It's a light.
There, it's laser cut.
Laser cut.
Laser cut.
What up, Courtney? No worries, man. Sound and animation are great. Laser Shark. Yep. No.
Laser Shark would be a
Could use
great game.
a hand of anything there. Oh.
How we do?
So I went way downhill on that last one.
We got 2 games in, man. We're ready.
2 games.
Usually we get in our groove between like game 4 and 5, so let's just blow it up on game 3. Unfortunately, the stream usually ends after 3 games. All of
It
our
does.
best pinball playing
It
is off
does.
stream, just so you guys know.
All right.
If only you saw the archived footage of the off stream pinball playing.
Sure. I'm sure that's a
That's
code name for
exactly
one of
it.
the games we got coming up.
Oh, what do we got?
Laser Shark.
Laser Shark. You ready to go for another one?
Ooh, that's good.
Let's do this real quick. Let's pay some bills. We'll pause for station identification
That was creepy.
on the Flip N Out streaming network. Hey, and we're back.
Was it?
Wow.
Let's go. Let's get ready to rock this out now. I'm feeling loose. I got beer number 2 in me, and I got game number 2 completed. So this is kind of the sweet spot. Three games on beer 3.
Oh, good.
So Chuck, you got a vacation coming up. You were saying you guys are
Yes.
heading out.
We're going on a cruise. The wife and I are going on a cruise. An Elvis cruise.
Elvis Cruise.
Yep. There's going to be.
Pirate Cat Red Eye, thanks for the 1,000 bits, buddy. Sorry, Chuck.
No, there's just.
Always have to interrupt
It's
anybody.
okay. I understand. I know.
Thanks,
I know
man.
where your allegiance is.
Now, if he were to throw $10 on the bar, I would interrupt everybody on chat, and I'd be like, hey, thank you, Chuck, for the 1,000 bits.
Please keep your mouth
But yeah, so you're going on a cruise with your wife.
Yeah, it's a Elvis cruise. There's 9 Elvis performers.
Wow.
You know, tribute artists.
So are you both big Elvis fans?
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So do you own an Elvis pin or an Alive
Yes,
pin?
actually, we do have an Elvis pin.
Yeah.
We have the Steve
Stern?
Ritchie
Yeah.
Stern Elvis pin. And
Is it getting a lot of play these days?
oh heck yeah,
Yeah, that's cool.
It's I always tell people it's one of my favorite, drastically underrated pinball machines.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of time on Elvis. You get enough slack there, bud?
Yeah, I'm okay. Is it being held down by the
Right, nothing but the finest equipment and cable management
duct tape?
systems here.
Baling wire?
That's being held in place by the wine opener.
Have you ever been on a cruise?
Yeah, so I went on a cruise before I was married. We won't talk about that, but yeah, so now that I think about it, good thing my wife's not checking out the streams. Yeah, I went on a Carnival Cruise Line.
Okay.
We were on, I forget which ship it was, just to the Bahamas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Where's your cruise going?
I think down there somewhere.
Bahamas?
It's not really the Elvis thing is the important part.
Like a Caribbean thing?
Some stopping some places. We have an unlimited drink plan. That's kind of the whole
That's
thing. And the kids aren't coming.
That's awesome. Well,
That's the big win.
you've paid your dues there, so. Man, Tiki Pinball. Thanks for the 100 bits, buddy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. St. Thomas, St. Croix. Oh, Chuck's wife. Amy's here.
Yeah, damn
Hey,
straight.
all right, good times.
She's here to correct me.
That's perfect. You know what? And it was real hard for me to figure out who she was based on her username. That's awesome. Amy, thanks for coming in to chat. I appreciate it.
Hang on, we better get some fillage going over here.
So, Chuck, I know you said you had to leave in about 10 minutes. I hope that you don't mind if I keep you for a little longer. Hey, we love Chuck coming in here. He's our go-to guy on these streams. So,
Yeah.
thanks for lending Chuck to us for
We have a great time.
couple hours this evening. Now, he did tell us that he's on a strict getaway plan tonight, so we will not be peer pressuring Chuck to stay. Good times. Ken went to a 3-hour cruise. The weather started getting rough. The tiny ship was tossed. If not for the courage of the fearless crew, the minnow would be lost. The minnow would be lost. Chuck is absolutely hilarious. I will give him that.
Nice.
Pinball loves Chuck. Yeah, it's good seeing Chuck getting the accolades that he deserves here on these animations, on these LCDs. I was
Yeah, these are great.
talking to him earlier on the LCD in the upper right. There's the Drive Me Crazy little neon animation. You all right?
No.
What?
I suck.
What?
What's wrong?
Come on, you're okay.
It's all good.
Player 3, you're next.
That's me. I'm ready to light it
P3.
up. She said her.
What is Chuck's favorite game he's worked on? We'll wait for Chuck to come back and sit down and possibly answer that.
All right.
The
My favorite game?
family crypt.
Mortal Kombat.
Annihilation. Oh God. My favorite game I've worked
Oh, that was
on.
quick. All right.
You're up.
All right.
Here's the thing with working on games. You don't appreciate them until much later after you're done working on them because they're too fresh into your head.
It's kind of like cooking all day,
Right.
and then not wanting to eat the dinner.
Right, that's exactly it.
Yeah,
And when
I
you're all
get it.
done, I was telling Ken a story earlier about I think it was you, maybe it was Borg, because you guys look a lot alike. But
Absolutely, I get confused for John Borg a lot.
But
if it wasn't for my attire,
George Gomez was telling me about how he didn't want to play Monster Bash. Like he couldn't play it for like a year and a half, 2 years
Yeah.
after he was done with the game because he just had it.
Yeah.
And then he cracked open the box like 2 years after he finished the game and set it up and then
yeah,
he
it was
was
just
just
sitting
like it was just in a box.
Time to take this
So
I can see
and
that.
it's a stellar game. So you're just too close to it.
I mean, even to a certain extent, getting everything out of the basement and into here was like a labor of love over 3 weeks. And by the time it started taking shape, I didn't even want to be in here anymore.
Right.
Because I was like, man, I should have it just aggravated me. But
It's
obviously
kinda-
to a lesser extent.
And it's also like I don't know if you worked on cars at all.
No, I'm not a car guy. I know
not a car
I know
guy?
gas and Jiffy Lube for oil.
See, I love working on cars that you don't have to drive to work the next day.
Yeah, right.
If you could just like work on it,
Yeah.
and do your thing.
Yep.
spend 15 years like the truck I've got.
So, like, have you ever wanted to restore a car or
I'm actually right now I have a 75 Bronco
okay.
that I frame off complete, like from the frame up.
Yeah.
The only original part that's still on it is the frame and the transfer case. Everything else is
So that's
brand new.
like spare time, labor of love. You
Yeah.
find some parts on eBay and order those.
That's
things
exactly
up.
it.
Yeah.
Or I have stuff, I send out stuff to have somebody rebuild it or whatever.
Right. Oh, that's cool though.
But yeah, so that's great because I don't have to drive it to work. You know, I'm not feeling like a Saturday.
Yeah, it's not a 92 white Bronco. I want to say Dash Rendars followed the channel, and I wanted to say welcome to the Flip N Out Streaming Pinball Network. It's good to have you aboard. Tonight we're streaming Elvira's House of Horrors with Chuck Ernst. He's the computer art director over there for animations at Stern Pinball. So when there's new releases, Chuck is gracious enough with his time, and he comes in and hangs out in chat, answers some questions, and plays the game. And we've had Chuck here several times, and he's just a good guy to hang out with. Funny guy. And he's getting ready to go on a cruise with his wife Amy here pretty soon. So that covers the night
Too
so
much
far.
information.
right. He's
He
recently
likes
been
cats.
dieting.
He plays chess.
Right.
I mean,
His feelings were once hurt.
now an E-Bronco would be badass. I'm a big techno nerd. Like, so electric cars, I'm fascinated by electric cars.
Electric cars.
Scott Denisi owns a Fiero?
He does.
That's awesome. Underrated car.
It's got a tape deck, I think, in it too.
Nice.
Yeah.
You got the cassette adapter.
Yeah. No. Remember the cassette that you plug in for your CDs?
Right, right.
Yeah. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. So you
Oh
had a
my
battery-powered CD player that you'd plug into your cassette player.
Yes, I do remember
adapter,
that.
and
I
then-
do remember that.
And it just sounded like crap.
My wife today was going through midlife crisis, and she wanted to like listen to Enya. She's like, "Where's my Enya CDs?" And I'm like, "Where the hell would you play an Enya CD?" It's like we don't even have a CD player. Like, where would it go? I'm like, "It's called streaming."
You know what I love? I love albums I bought as vinyl, and then I bought again as cassette, and then I bought again as CD.
Yeah.
And then I have to buy again as
Digital download. Yeah.
It's and then
That albums end up costing like $90
right,
over time.
and the
It's
music
like-
industry's like, we're being ripped off.
well, depends on who you ask, I suppose.
Crappy hands just need to leave, sir.
High school broken dreams and mint chewing gum. I was thinking cigarettes and despair.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I do remember the stabilizer to sit the CD player on. I remember back when there were VCRs, you wanted to go out and buy the separate rewinder, so you didn't wear out your rewind mechanism on your VCR. You had a separate rewinder, even though you could rewind it.
I remember, watching it say tracking for like 10 minutes,
Yes.
going, "Oh, this
Yes.
thing's jacked."
It's not going to work.
I'm gonna
not
take
gonna
this
work.
right back to
I
Blockbuster
know.
and tell them what for.
Tower Records.
Tower Records.
Blockbuster.
So my wife was laughing because this is starting to sound a lot like Mary's radio show.
Who's Mary and what radio show are we missing out on?
She's
I want to call into that, please.
a friend of ours has a radio show on WLIP.
Oh, yeah, cool.
On Sunday mornings,
Really?
and it's kind of like this without the pinball.
Oh, I hope it's nothing like this with or without the pinball.
It's like complaining about
Oh my-
stuff like, you remember back when you had to change a tire?
Yes.
Oh, there you go. Women's Lip, WLIP, Kenosha.
Kenosha,
Woman's
Wisconsin.
Lip.
Kenosha, Wisconsin.
Yeah, is there streaming services available for this? Because and are there call-ins? Because I'd like to call in.
I think it is actually. I
Oh,
think
it's a
there
women's
is.
lip though.
Yeah, well, it's a chick program, for the women's.
So it'd be frowned upon if
Yeah.
like I were to call up and complain about something.
You should call in. I should get everybody to call in.
I would love to call in.
All right,
Let's
here we
do
go.
a
Wow,
group call in.
I'm way behind on chat. I have no idea what's going on now.
Kenosha Kickers. Yes to both streaming and call-ins. Sweet.
CDs, cassettes. All right. Women's lips.
So Amy, I was inviting
Cigarettes and despair?
yourself and Chuck out to come out December 20th or 21st for our 24-hour charity stream. It'd be great. You come out and hang out.
Yeah. Seriously.
It'd be fun. Just something to think about. Steve Ritchie's coming Friday night with his wife to that charity fund.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Bringing his wife Diana.
Kind of kicking it off, huh? Kicking it off with
Kicking it off with Steve Ritchie.
Cool.
Stream starts at 6 p.m. on December 20th.
6 p.m. Central.
It's on the Special When Lit streaming network, so it's a little bit out. I don't want to plug anything here. Tonight's a night for Flip N Out and for Stern Pinball and Elvira. And again, if you want to get an Elvira's House of Horrors premium, you can contact Zach at Flip N Out Pinball because he's got one ready to ship. Also, he's got the highly coveted Elvira's House of Horrors Signature Edition. It's the creme de la creme if you're looking to go all in and on an Elvira pin. He's got one that just became available, and it's ready to rock and roll. So,
And this game is fun.
yes.
I just want to get back up there and play, man.
Yes.
So what's your high score on this game? I'm sure you've opened it up a little
You know,
bit.
I've
100 something mil?
yeah, probably 100 and something mil.
Okay.
I usually take it, like tonight I'm just kind of flipping around. I usually kind of have an approach to the game that I like to take. And so my goal is always to get halfway through the house too, because I like to see that animation. I like to see that sequence. I like to see the pin kind of explode.
Sure.
We'll definitely do that tonight. We'll get through there. I've just been kind of finding my shots a little bit tonight and goofing off, having some fun. Just picked up a Deadpool from Flip N Out. That's right. Deadpool's another great pin. Not a lot of duds coming out lately.
No.
When you really think about
man,
it.
not at all.
Good time to be buying pinball. I love that. No, not a beer, because she's talking about the Silver Bullet. She used to do the Coors commercials for the Silver Bullet, right? Remember that?
I remember that animation.
Yes, yes. Hey, what's up? Robin Kim at Lermods.
There he goes. What'd you get?
What did I get? God, I suck.
Nicely done, Chuck. Nicely done.
What up, Kim?
Player 3, you're next.
Yeah, you know what? We can talk about the charity stream in after hours towards the closing. I appreciate you bringing it up, Kaz.
Yeah.
I really do.
All right. Cassettes and DVDs or VHS.
I miss
Sorry.
Camelot and the music in the 90s. So, Kaz, did you have any strange, an ear gauge
Camelot. Oh my
or
gosh. I
crazy
forgot about
face
that.
tattoo?
Yeah, Tower Records, Camelot. Camelot were those were in the malls, right?
Okay, kids, time to take.
Okay, so I'd have to say one of my favorite games, probably next to Elvira recently, is Deadpool.
Cool.
I play the hell out of that game.
Yeah. Yeah, Deadpool gets a lot of love. Jurassic Park is getting a lot of love these days too. Oh, denied. Little double finger off stream.
You're just trying to make me feel better, right? It's a charity thing for you.
Player 1.
It's like Chuck just is terrible, so I'm gonna blow this one just to make him feel better.
I'm good. I'm good. Ball 3 is the magic ball for me on this pin. No worries whatsoever. Let me ask you, how do you get an extra ball in this game? I don't know that I've seen an extra ball lit or offered or otherwise yet.
It's a good question.
I'm just curious. I'm assuming it's coded in. If anybody has extensive time on this pin, because we're just kind of getting into it tonight, and you know how to light the extra ball or how to achieve the extra ball, I'm assuming it's probably after a certain amount of modes have been opened or completed or something.
You know, and I'm tempted to check the. I'm tempted to check the database at work.
It's
and
probably
just see.
right on the apron card. I just have.
You probably-
I failed to look at that also.
If I wanted to read, I'd go back to school.
Well, the funny story was on Jurassic Park. I had played it for like 2 days, and the extra ball would be lit, and sometimes I would get it, and sometimes I wouldn't. And I scoured the playfield for the extra ball insert, and I couldn't find it. So I emailed Keith Elwin. I'm like, did you guys forget to put the extra ball insert on the playfield? He's like, no. He's like, there's a big sign over the right ramp, and it's lit or it's not. And I looked up, and it's right in front of my face. I was pretty embarrassed. That's probably why Keith doesn't come on
awesome.
Special When Lit.
Yeah, no, yeah. It's,
It is what it is.
Thought you had some groundbreaking discovery. There's no extra lit insert on this.
Well,
on the playfield.
I used to work at Bally Total Fitness. I used to run health clubs. And there was a guy that was in my club, and he was new, and he went to type somebody's name, and he's like, Ken, come here. I'm like, what's up? He's like, there's a problem with my keyboard. I'm like, what's going on? It's like, I think they forgot to put a Z. I'm like, what? And I'm like, it's right there. He's like, oh, I didn't see it. Like his keyboard was missing a Z. I'm like, no, it's lower left, bud. Lower left. All right, so finish 2 haunts and or finish 2 deadheads. That's it?
Yeah,
Huh.
man.
I feel like I've done that before.
I just
then
blew
extra
my
ball is
last
lit.
ball.
Dang. It's not Zed. This is not the Army. I want to say thanks to Adam Dillon
Adam Dillon.
for following the,
Cheers,
the
man.
channel.
Woo!
And for Dash Render who followed. The last 2
Yeah.
guys have followed. Thank you so much.
Nice. Tiki, I missed you. Missed you throwing some bits too, man. Always good to see you.
Tiki Pinball with 100 bits. Thank you, Tiki Pinball.
I think I missed Pirate Captain Red Eye throwing 1,000 bits.
Oh,
tonight.
yeah. No, I made a big deal out of that.
I might have been up there on the.
I think
on
I
the machine.
cut off Chuck. Unfortunately, when
I might
was-
have been up there on the table.
I got
'Cause
excited
everyone
about
likes
that.
when it's called a table.
The table?
2 heads are better than 1, but
We've
this
got
one proves otherwise.
Pirate Captain Red Eye.
All right, collect it on the center shot.
Get this
All right.
anatomical aberration
Oh, center shot
back
collects
where
it.
he
Easy
belongs.
enough.
On film.
So Pirate Captain Red Eye leads with 1,000 bits tonight. Replica X with 500.
Zach.
250 from Berto, Drink 1. Carrie Hardy, 120 bits. Eaton Ford, 67. Antiki Pinball with 100.
Yeah.
Borg Dog, Kielbasa, Pin Stadium, and Peyton B90, all with bits as well. So thanks, guys.
Kielbasa.
Kielbasa.
Player 3. you
Kapusta
bet.
Kielbasa.
Zach is as usual throwing some Miss Bowen shots. Adam Dillon with another 500 bits.
Adam Dillon.
Cheers.
Family in the bits.
Kyle Bassa, another 300 bits. Cheers, buddy. David L. Dennis, couple biddies.
Why do you have to wait till January to get your Jurassic Park? Is for the
Courtney subscribes again with Twitch Prime for 5 months.
5 months. What?
Woo! Thanks, buddy.
5 months.
Chuck's like, what's going on? What are we doing
I
here?
don't know what's going
What's
on.
going
here.
on?
It's,
Kielbasa,
this
sausages,
feels illegal.
bits.
Whatever's happening is probably illegal, right?
Maybe.
It seems sketchy.
You know, I don't know.
A little bit.
Figured that out in a couple years.
Werewolf of Washington.
Nice, guys. Thanks. Seriously, appreciate it. Guys, appreciate it, man. Woo!
When it comes to Stern, where exactly is the Stern dumpster?
You know, Stern Dumpster's off limits.
I don't think we have it. It's indoors.
It's indoors.
yeah.
Because
yeah.
there'd be people like
It's Lonnie's office.
Jobber going
Have you seen Lonnie's
to the
office?
Stern facilities and dumpster diving.
Lonnie's
No, I haven't
office looks
seen
like
that.
a hoarder.
I haven't seen. It's
like a
is
con-
his the dumpster?
Cause with 3 bits.
Seriously.
Wait, no, don't throw that away. Put it in my office.
You walk in, you have to navigate the one path to get to his desk. It's
Whose desk is that?
Lonnie?
Awesome.
Oh,
man.
really?
Yeah, no.
He's like a hoarder?
Oh,
Oh,
God,
that
it's,
is good stuff.
It's funny. And
Lonnie.
he moved in from a smaller office to a bigger office, and all he did was just explode into it.
Oh yeah.
Just more
More
stuff.
storage.
Boxes of human heads or whatever he collects in
Human-
there.
What? You know what? I mean, there was an instance here in Illinois recently. Did you read about that? Where I mean, it's not even funny. Like, busted into some guy's garage, and there was like, I don't know, a couple hundred boxes, and he was like he was an abortion doctor, and all of the boxes were fetuses in jars, like thousands of them. And, like, it was crazy.
Wow.
This
Berto
had just
Drink?
happened.
300?
Hey, Berto Drink. I have
Thanks,
no
bud.
idea why we brought this up.
It's like
I'm
Pokemon. You
gonna-
gotta collect them all.
Oh, dude, it's so bad. It's not good. Not good.
It's
Birdo.
Pirates
My
is van.
windowless van. That'd be Zach's van.
Anyways, let's keep going.
Zach's van
'cause,
is nice.
I want
You
to
know,
keep playing
if
Elvira.
I could get a
right.
van, if I could get a 1970s van with an electric, I would totally go that route.
Electric 70s van.
Yeah, like a
I see what
Tesla
you- yeah,
1970s van.
Sure, I got you.
I
You
can't
may,
deal with
maybe
the
make
gas
it 10
mileage.
miles on a charge.
like
shake
a
carpet.
Scooby Doo van style,
Yeah, totally. I would totally do that.
like a Pabst Can Crusher van.
I'm kind of going. Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
Yeah, with less Dirty Donnie.
I was
in
saying,
there.
get a little
Yeah.
Dirty Donnie all
No,
over there.
I wouldn't buy a used one from Dirty Donnie.
I didn't see him at Stern today.
Let's get this nightmare started.
Where was he? I haven't seen him there.
A milk carton.
Yeah, it's got a little intense, guys. Let's tone it back down.
Rim shot. Boom.
Gotta tone it back down a little bit.
Dirty Donnie's airbrushing.
Kaz, see you, buddy. Thanks for coming in, man. Great stream, he says. And gonna go watch some Christmas movies with the wife. No doubt National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. I hope. Maybe a version of A Christmas Carol.
Actually, I would love to have Jeremy do a thing on the side of the van. It'd be mental. But he'd have to do it in glitter.
It would cause like vehicle accidents from people watching his artwork drive by.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is I'm going through a midlife crisis.
That's okay.
But it's not a Corvette. It's just
Nice.
stupid vehicles.
That's okay. I mean, you could be worse. There's a lot of midlife crises going on right now. I'm planning my
Frankly,
midlife crisis.
cars are cheaper than this hobby.
Yeah,
Like, what happened? What did you guys do? You drove the prices through the roof.
yeah. The you should get a Star Wars topper for your van.
I knew that was coming
That's
out tonight.
$750.
I knew that was going to come out
Right.
tonight.
It'd
I'm
be the
like,
most
let's-
expensive hood ornament in 1970s electric
But
vans.
you've seen it.
Yeah.
So if you were a complete Star Wars lunatic,
Oh yeah. If I was
You'd be like-
if I was a complete Star Wars lunatic, I'm buying it.
I can guarantee you right now, I can't afford that thing.
Yeah.
But I guarantee you they'll sell all 500 of those.
I would be shocked if they weren't already just about
They,
spoken
they
for.
might be.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Zach,
It's
do you have any
cool.
Star Wars toppers available for sale at Flip N Out Pinball? Can we order the Star Wars topper? If we all go in and we share the topper, right? Exactly. It'd be like a belt. Like whoever had the high score on streaming night gets to go home with the Star Wars topper.
I know you're in there.
Dirty Donnie Glitter Van. Make sure you give away candy. Jobber says I'd be shocked if Flip N Out Pinball has already sold out of inventory. Waiting for a reply about additional allotment. So is the original allotment spoken for, I guess, would be my follow-up. As he does with all games, the Jobber says. Colrath 15. Stern just needs to get Potter and to make a $20,000 Hogwarts edition and just print money for years. I have a $1,000 Yoda at Tomorrow Bar. I believe that. You know, Jeff Pritkellis has like that $10,000 Millennium Falcon hanging from his ceiling. It's
That
like
looks
half
cool,
the size
man.
of the garage.
That's cool.
Birdo Drink One's not impressed with the Star Wars topper. Power Captain Red Eye, he wants two, and he doesn't even have Star Wars, but he wants two of the toppers. One to open and one to keep new in the box.
Doing box.
Zach says, yes, it is. So his original allotment is sold out. And I mean, Flip N Out sells out of all games because they're the best. I agree. I heard the problem was J.K., that's J.K. Rowling, doesn't like pinball. Hence the lack of the license to use it. I think she's still under the impression that there's gambling involved with pinball. And she doesn't like the fact that pinball machines are in bars and taverns where that's not her demographic. So that's
She
the
doesn't
point of
frequent
contention
the
with her.
bars and taverns. Okay.
Put her. She probably has like 30 pins in her basement.
Exactly right.
She Skypes Jeffree Star and they play pinball
They have a
via
thing.
online. Put a Vader helmet on a Black Knight topper. You could do that. I think that the JK rumor is BS. I don't know why you would think that. Screw you, JK, says Zach Flip N Out. I've heard the same, but that seems like a
man.
strange thing. You know what? Everybody's strange. Yeah, that's true. They do have Powder
Powder
Casino
Casino
machine.
machine, yeah.
Nicely played, Colrath 15.
Debunked. Right there.
That was he just myth busted us.
Yeah, it's the bunk.
Nicely played.
Boom.
See, I like that it was a comment backed up with substance.
Now we need to go see.
Nicely
Is there a Harry Potter?
It's a hell of a shirt. What is that?
Oh, dude, this is
Special
my
edition?
least favorite shirt. I was just out of all my other shirts.
Just found this on the floor.
Just what I had.
Crumbled up next to my bed from the last time I wore it. Can you ask Chuck what it's like working with content providers and using video assets? Is that really tough?
Is that really okay? Content for providers
I miss Ken's weed shirt.
is weed.
It's not a weed shirt. It's a hop from a beer company.
Stop wearing his
It's a
hop shirt.
It's not a weed shirt. It's just
I haven't
Music
seen
video.
you wear that for a while, though,
So
buddy.
here's So here's an interesting thing about the content we get a lot from the licenses. A lot of the licenses we do are kind of like old school, like let's say Ghostbusters or whatever. They're titles that were out 20 years ago or 30 years ago, or bands that have no content at all. So a lot of times the content we get is whatever we could pull off of a DVD. You know, they give us the rights to do that, and then we kind of pick apart the DVD to see what we could put on the screen. In the case of Jurassic Park, they were very strict about what we could use. Basically, no people or vehicles. And so they were like, you could just use the dinosaurs and the bushes.
Here's some bushes. Sorry,
And
the bushes.
So what the problem was is when you distill Jurassic Park down to just dinosaurs and bushes, there's like 3.5 minutes of action in that whole movie. So it's a lot of Jeff Goldblum
awesome,
talking and stuttering.
That's great.
So in that case, we decided to completely regenerate everything, you know, like all the dinosaur attacks and that kind of thing. So in this case, it was great that we could, you know, like Greg would write a script and Elvira, you know, basically, you know, rattled it off and did it perfectly. And so for Elvira, we were in complete control over all of the content. And she only had a few objections. Yeah. And they were totally valid. Like sometimes you'll get objections where
what would be like an example of an objection?
Well, she might come back and say like, listen,
like I need to keep my. Never mind. Just go ahead.
No, like for instance, she had some requests. If she's not laying on the couch, then she wanted to be shot from the waist up. Because of, you know, there's some, like, she had some look that she wanted for a
gravity,
couch, but there was no,
like just from like
couch.
Right, I got you.
So she didn't want to look like she was sitting on a stool because that's not Elvira.
Sure.
So she was just like, that's just not my MO. Shoot from the waist up.
It makes perfect sense.
And so we're like, if that's all your objections are, we're good.
Well, even on the back glass, it's pretty much shot from the waist up because she's not lying down. So I see that there also.
Yeah, if you Google her.
You got to move the machine back. You just put it totally out.
What the? You can't have nice things.
Gently. Another. Keep going.
A little bit.
Yeah. It's okay. It's Chuck's turn if you tilt. A little bit more.
It's fine.
No, you're good. Back a little bit to the left. Back a little bit to the right. Oh, tilt. Sorry, Chuck.
Man, a little bit more. Wait, back. Wait.
So Zach says, someone say dinosaur bushes. I thought they had feathers. Oh, no.
It's happy hour.
Happy hour.
I love happy hour. So Ryan wants to know if there was anything Cassandra didn't like. We'll ask. Sorry, man. It sounded good. Was there anything that Cassandra wasn't particularly liking or wasn't fond of, like during the whole thing? She ever get mad or upset or disappointed or yell or throw something or demand somebody leave a room?
There was some concern about just the sheer quantity of content.
Yeah.
And before they started recording, and then once they started recording, Cassandra was on. She was just like, "Oh, don't be silly," and she just cranked through it like at an unbelievable rate. But it doesn't look rushed. I mean, she's just such a professional.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, she's having fun, so
yeah,
she's like an artist. If her name is on it, and it's a representation of herself, why would she want it to look half-assed? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, and she approves. She's the approver of the whole thing. Where sometimes you'll deal with the license, then you'll deal with, okay, so there's the Spielberg gets to chime in,
right?
And then you have the studio, and then there's 30 people involved,
and then too many Chiefs and not enough Indians.
So
right?
she goes, I like it, it's in,
Birdo says, Ken, you need to run DMD on that back wall.
I got Run DMD running above Elvira on the 4 wall. Actually,
it's on the 4 wall.
I do have one here. It's purple. And
you know
right
what's
now,
funny?
it's what's that from? That last animation?
I'm pretty sure I saw Elvira running on the DMD while she was talking at one point. That's cool. That was awesome.
Oh, on
the clock.
That's hilarious.
Oh, he got an extra ball. See, now we can just watch the clock.
Did he? What's going on?
Hey, what? So what? All right.
So this was actually one of my favorite development experiences.
good, man.
Just because from
it
start
shows.
to end, it's almost like almost like an original title.
Sure. Yeah,
know?
yeah. I mean, when you just have her is the licensee, I
Right.
guess, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Greg, who designed the art, is also helping design the game, and Lyman is in the building.
Yeah.
it's like a well-oiled machine.
There's not 30, like you said, there's not 30 people going at it, and
like-
what needs to happen here. It was simplified, and
Yep. Like Star Wars, like they
I
have,
can only
they have
imagine
this
Star
complete-
Wars. I can only imagine.
It's channeling George Lucas.
Yeah.
No, but you have to submit things, and then they have to make sure it doesn't offend. Like it's like the canon. Like you can't just like it has to be very strict.
Oh, yeah.
In this
Yeah,
world,
yeah,
like
yeah.
Boba Fett would never do that. Like he's not real. They're like, yeah, but we know what Boba
But-
Fett is thinking.
But Boba Fett really wouldn't do that
right.
'Cause he's
he's
real.
ruthless.
to us.
He's
He's a baby.
One of the things we ended up doing, we had to cut. If you notice in Star Wars, there's no guys. You won't see any the speeder bike guys in the jungle. The stormtroopers on the speeder
Sure.
bikes.
Okay.
You won't see them because none of those guys signed releases.
And why not?
Because they weren't actors, they were stuntmen, and the
So the
stuntmen
stuntman wouldn't sign.
they didn't sign releases for acting. So they were not
Wow.
thinking back then that this was going to become, a pinball machine.
Yeah.
And so they, Star Wars called us up, or Star Wars, like
So the
this one guy,
stuntmen that
Mr.
were
Star
really
Wars.
riding those through the real forest
right,
back in the day
on their hover bikes.
on their hover bikes, the real hover bikes.
Yeah, it was. So at one point we're like,
Nice
we
save.
kind of interpreted it as we can't show their content, but we can make up our own. And one of the guys we had
With approval.
Well, right. So
Yeah.
we made up our own. We recreated those scenes. We digitally removed all of the stuntmen from the scenes, and then put our own completely regenerated content in. And it looked so good that Star Wars, the guys' approvals were like, no.
Wait, no, that's me, man.
Right.
I
Well,
didn't
they
give
were like,
approval.
listen, you can't do that because they were in that scene. Now they're not in that scene, and they're gonna go, well, you removed me,
Yeah.
and then did your own thing. And so Alex Borre is one of the artists that we work with, and he completely replicated it to the point where you couldn't tell that it wasn't the same.
That's amazing.
And it
so
was-
you find
it was-
these little loopholes, right?
we were trying with the loophole.
Yeah.
And they were like, we don't like loopholes.
Yeah.
So.
You got pew down, man. All right, where are we at in chat here, Chuck?
Let's see here. We got.
Chuck, does Stern for these new animes pre-render video and UI overlay, or are you all able to use runtime keyframes?
Okay, so you want like real time or pre-rendered? We have the. I assume that's what we're asking there. We do have some capability of doing real time, not real time 3D, but real time manipulation of, images.
Sure, yeah.
It tends to be a lot of effort for little payoff. A lot of times people don't even know that they're interactive.
That
They
makes
think
sense.
it's a movie.
Yeah.
So it's way more cost effective for us to kind of do pre-rendered scenes and replace them out.
Makes sense. Replica X. Thanks
Hey,
for the bits.
This just in. Orbital Albert and the Pinball Nerds podcast has just subscribed Tier 1 for 6 months. Currently on a 6-month stream. Thank you, buddy. Thank you.
Kyle
Thank you.
Boss. Kyle Boss is awesome.
Oh, Kelbasa's here. 2 months. 2 months. I'm flipping out for pinball. Yes, you are. We're flipping out for your loyalty. Thank you, Replica X. Throwing out more bits. It's raining bits here. Making it rain bits. Nicely done, gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. What's up, man? I was listening to your podcast the other day, Orby, and excited to hear I made the cut for your cards, buddy. I think that's cool. It's an honor, and I can't wait to talk about that, man. So when you're ready to talk, I think that's super, super fun. If anybody has not given a listen to Pinball Nerds podcast, find it on your favorite podcatcher. And this guy's got like 400 episodes, and sometimes he podcasts multiple times in one single day, Chuck. Multiple times. Yes. He's out of Nova Scotia area in Canada. He's getting ready to set up his homestead
in the
next
winter,
year.
right? in the winter.
No, he's all over the place.
It's like I picture when it's really cold. It's like screw it, I'm gonna podcast
No,
again.
when he's on
Wearing a
break,
suit.
he's podcasting more often than I am.
is that
So
okay?
the guy's an animal. So good times. Gonna get a question for the cars. I love it, man. Dennis is getting one too. That's right. After his TWIP performance, it's huge. That's right. David Dennis was on TWIP this week. So hanging out in chat pays off here because you can actually co-host This Week in Pinball podcast with Zach Meny. Have you co-hosted TWIP yet, Chuck? I haven't heard you on there.
Oh, TWIP? No.
Nah, I think you'd be a good candidate for that.
Player 2, you're up.
Anyways, Albert, I wanted to say thanks. It was super nice of you to even think of including me on that. Totally honored, and I think it's awesome. So thanks, buddy. Now we're at 8:32 with Chuck, so good seeing you, man. I like the play on words there, bud. Good having you in here. What's going on?
Oh, hey. Chuck gonna blow it up, calling it.
Oh, Steve, you got a card too, buddy. Yes, yeah. So Orbital Albert's doing like this. He's like commemorating people in pinball with like these printed cards.
Oh,
And myself and Bill and you, we made the cut for Orby's card
that's
status. So he's going to be
classic, man.
contacting you for questions that'll go on the back of the card. And then the cards come in packs.
cool, man.
How freaking cool is that?
That's really exciting.
And it's funny because Albert says he's talking about myself, talking a little bit about Bill, and then he's like, but if I had to hang out with one of these guys, I think I'd want to hang out with Steve.
Yeah, good call.
Because Steve seems like the guy that I'd have the most fun with, and I'd like to party with.
Yeah.
And I'd like to just like Steve just seems like he would suit me. Like we would click and we'd really get along.
Appreciate it, man.
So yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
That's very cool.
I'm gonna link you to that podcast, and then subscribe if you have not already.
Subscribes.
Zach Meny also with a card.
Pretty cool, man. Good
Yeah.
idea. Great idea.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. What's funny is if I can get one of these cards in my possession, I'll just put it on my wife's nightstand, and I'd be like, that's why I've been doing this for the last 16 months. Now I'm out.
Paid off.
All done. Good times.
Okay, so Dave said we cut out, and I actually saw live, and it said reconnecting up there. So
Hey, we're
might
back.
have had a little
We're back.
internet issues.
Now, Entrons has subscribed with Twitch Prime, and they've subscribed for 2 months, currently on a 1 month streak.
They got
And he
one.
says, keep up the great work. Entrons, thank you, buddy. We
All right.
are streaming wirelessly this evening. Our cameras are all wireless, going through the interwebs and hitting from a transponder to a receiver. So everything you see here it's not hardwired.
The wreaths are capturing all video and audio tonight.
From space and linking it in. Nice ball, Chuck.
Chuck with the ball.
Nice ball, Chuck. So maybe we had like a connection error there.
Yeah, I saw. I've had internet. I live pretty local, but I've had it go in and out. Actually, today for 20 seconds.
So maybe it's you.
Could be.
Because maybe it's like Stranger Things.
Hey, you know
Like
what?
you're
It's your
absorbing
turn.
power
I think-
from
I think-
around you. You're taking down the internet.
What did I miss? Somebody busted everything.
No, we were watching your ball there, man. You gotta put up a little ball.
Hey,
Brian,
nice
thanks
ball
for the
you
bits,
got there.
man. nice ball.
You got a nice ball.
All
Oh, okay. So something crashed, or we're having internet?
right. I saw it reconnecting. I think we were out for like 20 seconds or something. During your best ball of the night, we blacked out.
You're like, did you see this? No,
Did you see what Chuck did? That's
No.
like, no, we lost internet.
no. I got everything.
So Ken and I were talking. I think we're gonna shut the game down. We're gonna go into after hours. We're gonna get some call-ins
After you guys
going.
get rid of me?
Well, I mean, you're here till 9. We want to get some calls into you.
Oh, all right. Oh yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
Well, that
Chuck,
was
if
quick.
you want to, We can cut playing Elvira. We can go to after hours if you want to take any calls, and then get you out of here at 9, and then we can go back to playing a little bit. It's totally up to you. If you would prefer to keep playing and answer questions in chat, I'm fine with that. You being the guest,
Yeah, it's up to you,
IBM
man.
presents.
It's up
You
to you.
make the call.
Just remember,
We have to
you
get
gotta
the calls from Australia. That's a tradition.
That's true.
It is tradition.
Dr. John.
But I live 20 minutes west, so if you don't, just on your way home now. Wait, southwest.
The discount liquor closes in
just
20
so you
minutes.
get an extra 40 minutes for your cruise. How you doing there, Edie?
I actually I have to leave early because I never know what the heck is going on out there when I get on the road. At like 6 o'clock. There's like a
that's
flipped over semi and
over.
You getting some bad traffic?
I think tonight home should be good for you.
9 o'clock at night there?
no, like 9 o'clock is fine. Just getting here. It's like you can't. If I leave at 6, it's 8 getting here. If I leave at 5, sometimes it's 6:30 or
Wow.
Fair enough, man. I give you credit. I wouldn't come out here.
Jumped and jazz.
He's like,
I'm just
I
being
know me,
honest.
and I wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't do that. Let's pause for station identification on the Flip N Out Streaming Network, and we'll go over to After Hours. We're back. After Hours with Chuck Ernst.
Where'd Bill go?
Where did Bill go?
This is the normal. Bill
Bill
disappeared. Act.
He's out there.
Right.
I should quit.
So Bill is he's still hanging in there with his baby stuff. So we expect him back.
Kid's 18 now.
Yeah.
Weird.
Expect him back by holiday season of 2020.
2020.
No, but Bill, if you're listening, buddy, hope you're okay. The line's set up 630-283-2888. International rates
He's not listening.
should not apply because it's a Google Voice number. So
Bill's in bed. He has to get
He
up
chimes
and-
in. He chimes in
has to get-
occasionally.
I don't
up in
know if
2
he's in
hours.
bed, man. That's a great question, actually. I'm not really sure.
Bill, are you out there?
So Bill showed up. I hosted pinball.
Showed up.
So I hosted pinball last week, and Bill was like, "I'm out. You know, I got a fresh baby."
I got a
We were in the middle of hanging out pinball night, and Bill shows up with baby Bill, randomly.
little Bill.
Yeah, little Bill, baby Bill, burrito Bill,
Little.
Burrito Bill.
and Ken and I were like, "What is a baby? What is a baby doing on the table?"
The weird thing was he was on a motorcycle. So you're like,
Dude,
I didn't know
no,
they-
it was weird.
I didn't know they made car seats for the motorcycle.
I'm in a corner of his place
Baby's got the goggles on.
playing Star Wars Pro.
driving.
I turn around and like my view's obstructed by a baby carrier. I thought somebody bought a baby carrier as a gift for Bill.
And I look at you, and you have this just weird look on your face. You're like,
I'm like,
"Oh God, what's going
no
on?"
way there's gonna be a baby here. Loser Kid, what's up, man?
What's up, loser kid?
Ryan, what's up, buddy?
Top 3 things that aren't going to show up tonight.
Yeah,
Baby.
right.
Baby was in one of the top 3.
Thanks for calling into the Flip N Out Streaming Network. You're on with Ken, Steve Beatty, and Chuck Ernst from Stern Pinball. What's up?
Oh,
Hello.
oh yeah. Hey. Oh,
Ooh.
yeah. Hey.
Oh, hey
yeah.
guys. What's up?
That's one giant dinosaur bush there.
Nice dinosaur bush.
Well, his comment was he was confused because he thought dinosaurs had feathers. And it took me a second for that to register. Pinball
How's it
Nerds
going,
Podcast.
guys?
Thanks for the bits. Hey,
Go,
what's
man.
going on? Thanks, Albert. How are you, Zach? What's going on? Good time to be a pinball distributor when a new release like this comes out, huh?
Yeah, we got Chucky in the house. Thanks for coming, Chuck.
No problem.
Yeah, Chuck. Always a good time.
Somebody's got to
Always a good
shill
time.
this thing. Daddy needs a new pair of shoes.
Right.
Or baby. I don't know. Somebody needs a shoe.
Bill's
needs
baby
shoes.
could probably.
Bill's baby
use a
needs
pair
some
of shoes.
shoes.
Good
And a
times.
hat.
And a hat. Hey, now you've got so you've got an Elvira Premium ready to rock and roll right now. I don't know how it happened, but you fell into a signature edition Elvira that is ready to ship, so people can contact you. And you also wanted to give away a banner tonight, an Elvira House of Horrors banner. Is that correct?
Absolutely, man. I've got my own Elvira LE that I've been playing the hell out of each and every night, and the animations are, can I say, gorgeous. Thanks to Chuck Ernst and the team over there at Stern Pinball. Thank you.
Nicely
No
done.
problem.
Thanks for
a lot.
clapping
I'll
with me,
pass
Steve.
it on to the guys. My whole job on that was to let them do what they needed to do. So I'd like to take credit for it, but there was a bunch of good guys that did it.
Well, you're one of the good guys, man.
Yeah, well, you do it well, buddy. You do it well. I would love to
Seriously.
see next time, Chuck, next time you come in, you'll have to bring one of the animation crew members with you.
You know what? I'm going to force them all to come in here.
Well, maybe not all of them.
Just fill up the place.
Let's not fill it up the
And
place.
then-
How about one at a time?
30 guys.
over like 17 weeks.
Yeah, there's very few actually, so it's not too bad.
I met one of the young ladies, I think, on your animation team today.
Was it Olivia?
So
I don't know. She was in the break room.
Glasses?
Yes.
Oh yeah, it's Olivia.
Okay. Very nice.
Cool.
Very nice lady.
Former art director at Stern's daughter, Stefan
Yes.
Jensen's.
Yes, I was actually told that. Steven told me that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Zach. Anyhow, good to hear your voice, buddy, on your on your own network here. It's like Ted Turner calling into TBS.
yeah, absolutely.
Right.
as an update, I'm playing the hell out of my LE. We've got premiums that are ready to ship out tomorrow if you're ready for them. And I do have, as Ken said earlier, we at Flip N Out Pinball got our hands on another signature edition that sold at release.
Wow.
We got another one. If somebody's lucky enough, if you contact us, we'll get you set up and ship that thing out immediately to you. And why don't we give away a banner? How about let's do that?
I think that'd be great. Everybody loves a banner. If you're in the continental United States, the banner ships are free. And if you're out of the country, you're still welcome to kind of come in here. But we ask that you consider paying the shipping your own way because it gets a little complicated that way. But fair enough for you there, Zach, or what?
Yeah, absolutely. Do you guys have any way of giving away this banner before I make up something on the spot?
We were discussing earlier about if somebody knows the exact number of deadheads that are in the game.
So the first
Let's
person.
do that in chat right now. The first person who lists how many deadheads are in the game gets the banner. Go.
Hang on,
Can you show me on your hands
I know this
how many
one.
are in there? Are there really?
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
I missed it.
How many deadheads are featured in Elvira's House of Horrors? The first correct answer will win an Elvira's House of Horrors banner.
In the video, not on the playfield.
Right, in the video. So how many different deadheads can be accessed? You'll get the Elvira House of Horrors banner, and it'll be signed by Zach Meny, but he's going to sign it Elvira. So at least it's like the best of both worlds. I don't know.
Don't forget Aunt Shirley. Don't forget Aunt Shirley.
Whoa, look at this.
Oh, 1,000 biddies.
The TNT wins Tim Roth.
Tim
Roth.
Roth.
The TNT
Tim
wins
Roth.
Tim Roth.
Tim Roth
wow,
coming
Tim,
in.
you had a very easy name last
I
time
think this
or
is
two
a new
times ago.
name. That's a new
Yeah,
name.
thank you, Tim. I
Thanks,
appreciate
Tim.
it, man.
Cheers,
That's awesome.
buddy.
I thought that was a guess of 1,000. I'm like, that's right out.
There's 1,000.
It is.
We're not talking
So-
video clips.
I'm like, he's really wrong.
So nobody has a clue. Now you could take a guess. So I mean, obviously there's at least one deadhead those are the heads that are floating around.
All right, we got a 5.
5 Dave Falgren.
9.
That's incorrect. Incorrect. A 9. 6.
Who's good?
Incorrect.
6, 7,
Incorrect.
7,
13.
incorrect,
Incorrect. 12. Incorrect. 6. Chrome Candy Pinball. Incorrect.
He's copying
5
off
Catch.
himself.
13.
20,
Loser
Loser
Kid. No. 5 is incorrect.
5,
9.
9, 4.
4. 5. All incorrect. 8. Incorrect. Are there any numbers left?
You're all copying off each other's
7 incorrect. 4 incorrect.
4
3
now.
4
9
now.
12. Log and Dolphins for going
Straight-
You got to start at
Yes.
1.
Hey, live catch
Live catch
pinball with
win.
15. And what's great about that is he's conveniently located in Brazil. So
Is it really?
it's awesome.
Awesome.
Oh.
All right, Live Catch.
Good time. Hey, so Chuck's picking up the shipping, Zach's paying for the banner, and it's coming in. Man.
Brazil? Are you shitting me?
It's 4
Hey,
shits.
so you could ship those to Brazil, right? The pinball machines.
Good times. Live catch pinball.
Ship one
We're
off.
We're still
exactly.
guessing because
We're exactly.
Chuck is a liar.
Chuck's-
so we're
Chuck's-
gonna keep guessing.
He's
until-
adding one more right now.
He's going to go animate one tonight.
Right.
It's on me.
He's like, it's actually, he's like, Lyman, I put 16 in there because somebody from Brazil won.
All right,
the,
so
bid.
Live Catch Pinball. Where are you exactly?
Come on, man.
Dun, 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 dun.
There's still guesses coming in. I wonder what the delay is here on
Yeah,
chat.
There's a
it's
delay.
not fair, right?
There's a
Because
big
Brazil is a direct wire to this basement.
I can tell you right now that flipping out Nicole is about to truly be flipping out.
Yeah, that's right. That's
it
right.
Through customs.
See?
Thanks, Live Catch.
Live
11,
Catch.
12. I wonder what the delay
All
is
right,
here.
I'll
on
leave
chat.
you guys
Well,
alone.
to
No,
go-
no,
Live
no,
Catch-
don't leave me
Hang
alone
on.
until shipping's figured out. Live catch pinball's still
Yeah,
guessing.
well,
Brazil.
We'll
have
figure it
people in
out.
Brazil.
We'll get it to Brazil. We'll send Beatty down there. He takes vacations to weird
I
places.
love it.
That is true, Steve. You do take
I could drive the flipping out all the way down.
you do take those vacations.
All right. Well, I will.
You have to
I'll see
shave
you
everything
guys.
though.
I'll see you guys later.
It's a Brazil
If
thing.
you guys make sure to support Stern Pinball by buying that Star Wars topper, baby. I love it.
Woo!
Bye, bye, bye. See you, Zach.
I guarantee you. I'm telling you guys right now. I bet you anything. In a short while, everybody's like, "Damn it! I should have bought that thing."
Oh yeah, the pin.
No, the top.
All right.
Oh,
wait.
the topper. Yeah, right.
So
It'll be
live catch is back down to 3, and then 2, and then
No, there's got to be a massive delay.
there's a massive delay.
And
Oh,
I have to
I'm
check into the
sorry.
stream settings because I thought I had the delay.
It's
pretty-
not
down
fair
pretty far.
because Brazil apparently has got the best connection to Illinois.
Right, he's got the fiber optic right to Studio C,
Right.
so he's able to get in on the
Must be in
action.
Kenosha.
So-
Sao
Everybody-
Paulo.
See?
All right. See,
Brazil.
I'd go there.
Yeah. All right. So Steve's gonna personally deliver the banner.
Zach said it's cool if I
This-
use the flipping out van.
The flipping out. You
all the
you'll be
how
road
long-
tripping.
That's a big road trip.
Zach jumping off, leaves the line open at 630-283-2888. We have Chuck Ernst here for about 13 more minutes.
Thank you, Chuck.
Thanks for being generous with your time here tonight, and can't wait to have you in, and hopefully one more time before the end of the year. I mean, we're in December, so
Yeah.
whether it be for another pin or whether it be for a fundraiser, or maybe you just stop by with the wife and have some dinner over here.
All right.
Yeah, it's big. I grill. My wife makes Pop-Tarts.
Snake.
Nope.
No grill and snake.
No.
I grabbed something down in Brazil. It's all good.
Woo. Good times. You know what I could use is a beer.
What would you like?
Any way you
What'd
could
you
throw
like?
me a Revolution
with
Brewing.
Rev? I was kidding about the White Claw. You have White Claws.
You want one? Have one, man.
No, I'm not 20.
No, it's not. It's not 20. It's if you're in the streaming community, you have to have White Claw.
Is that the deal?
It's like a rite of passage.
I just
Thanks. It's like if you visit Chicago, you have to have Malort, and if you come to a streaming
Malort is
studio,
terrible.
it's so bad.
Oh, it's so
bad.
good.
It's like Wisconsin and Jägermeister. You ever do the Jägermeister shots? It's like a punch in the eye.
I've done
terrible.
Jaeger bombs. I like Jaeger bombs.
Really?
but- Yeah, I like Jaeger bombs.
Jeez.
Can't do
Jaeger
'em
bombs,
anymore. Can't do 'em
Jaeger
anymore.
bombs, Jaeger. You ever see that YouTube video, My New Haircut? The guy's
Jaeger
talking about
bomb,
Jaeger
Jaeger
bombs
bomb,
and muscle
Jaeger bomb.
milk and
Yeah.
yeah. Jaeger bombs, Jaeger bombs, Jaeger bombs. Yeah, Jaeger bombs.
It's
Woo. All right, so 15 was the correct answer. It went to Live Catch Pinball.
15.
15. So there are 15 deadheads coded in Elvira's House of Horrors. Now,
I've seen maybe 3 or 4.
I was gonna say I've seen maybe a half dozen of those.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Is there any advantage to taking out
Disclaimer.
all 15 of those deadheads?
disclaimer. They might be still going in. I don't know what. That's how many we made.
Gotcha. So you heard
So,
it here.
They might be
flipping
out. Breaking
more
news.
going in.
It's the flipping out van armored.
It's the
going to Brazil. 18 style.
Yeah, Central America.
Here's your banner. For the love of God, get in.
That was awesome. Well, hey, that's not too far from Chicago either, man. Like he could be delivering that downtown and have the same
Poor
thing. so-
Zach's flipping out van. I get it back all bullet riddled.
It's right. It looked like the Deadpool freaking truck, man. The ice
not
cream
like it's
truck,
Venezuela.
chimichanga truck. Right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Venezuela's tough. So he's got a U.S. address. He'll send it over tomorrow. So send that address to Zach at flippinoutpinball.com.
What do the
you
FedEx
don't mind.
guys in Brazil look like? The FedEx guys must be just like they look like stormtroopers.
I thought you were going to say something like a joke, like Swiss cheese or something.
It's like it turns out like FedEx runs the biggest security firm ever.
Oh my
in
God.
Brazil.
So I was in Venezuela.
Why?
And
when?
So I
Pre-revolution?
was on a buddy's boat and we did a little island cruise. Got down there,
Right.
But I saw the bank guys come in and they jump out of the back of this truck.
Yeah.
They all hold up M16s and one guy runs into the bank. This wasn't a robbery, by the way. This is just how they collect the money from a bank.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, then they
In
get this
Venezuela?
armored vehicle and drive off.
Yeah. Hey,
That's
better
crazy down
safe
there.
than sorry.
Yeah.
I can get it.
It's wild.
Ooh, is Torgo one of the death heads?
Torgo. What's with the Torgo?
Torgo.
And now I want to hear who's the sergeant guy. I want to.
So Marlon is
Well, I wanna
saying
see what
that
he says.
he's going to display the banner at his streaming studio in Brazil. Now his streaming
Nice.
studio, he's got it all set up. It's like all airbrushed. It's pretty artistically done.
Airbrushed?
No, seriously, it's
Sao
like it's
Paulo.
awesome.
Yeah.
I'll send you a link to that,
Okay.
Chuck.
Yeah.
You'll like it. It's one of the better studios. Put Studio C to shame, but we're working on a budget here.
We could take the shit out of this place. Can I say shit? Say
Yeah,
that.
you just did.
Oh.
That's okay. Yeah, that's okay.
I know,
Hey,
it's
this
a
stream
kid
is marked
program.
mature.
Beep. Oh, we were just wait.
You're the worst.
We were just talking about Dinosaur Bush not so long ago.
Beep.
So
Beep.
so
we
what
got a wall
all
here.
right.
we could do something with this.
Some,
It
like,
would be
graffiti?
Great. I'm thinking.
Kind of talking the garage
So-
door. You tag the garage door.
Yeah, the garage door I don't know what to do with yet.
You know what? I was thinking your wife's really gonna be pissed if you get a hailstorm. She's gonna go.
Why?
We had a garage, but now our windshield's knocked
Yeah,
out of our
no.
freaking car.
Well,
and
she hasn't parked in this garage in 13 or 14 years. I mean,
Son of a-
seriously.
Kind of be
Yeah,
like,
no,
well,
it's okay.
then we'd have hail damage to our pinball machines. So
Yeah, hey,
honey, something had to go.
it is what it is.
had to go.
I'm
I
going
told you
to
we should've got a
refresh
Hummer.
chat here for a second because I'm wondering if we have a little.
Uh-oh. Are we locked up?
No, I don't think so.
Maybe they all went to bed.
Just a little refresh.
Since
Chuck's on.
since it reconnected there,
Yeah.
I see what your
I wonder
problem is.
if we had a little delay happen.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think when we reconnected, chat stayed, our stream was current, but chat fell behind. So
Yep.
I think we have a lag issue probably that nobody's aware of
I
except for
want
us.
to talk about the Civil War. Damn it.
Yeah, there you go. Anybody want to guess where this call's coming in from?
Australia.
Australia, Steve?
Second guess that.
I'm going to say Plainfield. Hey, thanks for calling the Flip N Out Streaming Network. You're on with Chuck, Steve, and Ken.
Hi, Kevin. Hi, the rest of you. Didn't look at Chuck's name, so I forgot it for a second. This is Christopher. Wow, what a start of the call that was. Hi, Chuck. I forgot your name.
You forgot mine, too, because my name's Ken and not Kevin, but you're 0 for 2 on the names there, Christopher.
I'm doing great. It's because I'm distracted by two screens and the Vikings just did something.
I got you.
So I don't know exactly
They
what
did
that is.
so-
but we're
hey,
not going to
can
talk
I-
about sports.
Let me ask
I'm
you a
here
question.
to-
Hold on. Has Kyle Rudolph done anything tonight? Because I need him to score 5 points for me to clinch first place in my fantasy football league.
I am not 100% sure as of right now. All I know is that Russell Wilson is coming up next.
Okay.
So you
right.
should be excited.
All right.
But
Good
back
times.
to pinball talk. The reason I called is because I kept bringing up Torgo,
Okay.
and for whatever reason, I was having phone issues there. So anyways, Torgo is a character in Manos, the Hand of Fate. So if you're in the Manos...
Torgo is a character in Hand of Fate, Chuck.
Chuck? Okay, so if you're in the Manos, the Hand of Fate mode... Yeah, no, I'm like
Chuck's smiling.
hearing myself back, and I don't know what the heck's going on with my phone.
Okay.
I'll finish my dumb
Kirk
story
Cousins.
that's very unimportant, and I'll be
What
gone.
was that?
So anyways, Manos is the guy, Torgo is the guy with the beard and the hat who walks funny in the Manos, the Hand of Fate clips. That took me too long to explain that. But anyways, that's who Torgo is.
All right, good. It's good.
Okay, bye.
So thank you for the information.
Not his most precise call, but he got the message delivered.
got it.
so
Here's the deal.
It's always good hearing from Chris. Thanks, Christopher.
Every time we do one of these games, there's especially if it's like Batman. Oh, there's 2-3 seasons of Batman,
yeah.
30 episodes or whatever, or like in the case of Game of Thrones, 50 hours of video.
Yeah.
So every time they were like, the designer's like, "Hey, you guys need to watch these movies." I'm like, I can't watch 30, 40 hours for your game. I can't do it.
You got to binge it, man.
In the case
Netflix.
in the case of Elvira, these movies are so bad
Yeah.
that I can't. I mean, the whole point is that she's making fun of really bad movies, which is great on an individual movie basis.
Right.
But poor Greg and Lyman had to just tromp through those things.
Oh, it's got to be taxing.
And they filmed those movies back in the day when they weren't trying to be funny.
Yeah.
And-
well, that's the thing. It's like
and now
just
it's
like,
funny.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Of
It's
all the
like-
movies that you watched, was there one that stuck out where you thought, where I wouldn't want to watch it again? I think it's
The
so
most-
bad it's good.
The most watchable one is the the woman's head. I forget the name.
Oh,
of
the
it.
brain that never dies.
Yeah, that one. That was good.
What about Night of the Living Dead? That was like the
Okay,
start of the
that one.
zombie craze too, right?
But
They're
yeah,
coming
yeah,
for you,
that's- yeah.
Barbara.
That one's tough. They're all tough.
Oh,
It's like Mystery
jeez.
Science Theater 3000, and she did it first. You know, like
Yeah, yeah,
nobody,
right,
nobody,
right. That's
nobody
true.
takes that into account. They're
That's
like,
true.
You know, Elvira was a trailblazer.
Replica X
Big
says, he said, when I was in Venezuela fishing, we paid guys to watch our car with a shotgun so our stuff didn't get stolen.
I would not doubt
Wait, you
that.
left your stuff in the car?
I wouldn't doubt that.
And then Flip N Out Pinball offers to Jobber, saying that your phone works as well as your virtual pin does. So there's a little ha-ha back and forth. Live catch pinball with a K repeating. Lots of them. Yeah, my phone was the Dressling shits.
Drizzling shit.
Wrestling?
Dressling?
Is that a word?
Drizzling? I thought I spelled drizzling with 2 Z's. So, or 2 Zets.
2 Zets.
And you don't want to watch
It's what
Manos
the kids
Hand
do.
of Fate.
It's kids. You
that what
got
it
to
is?
keep up with the kids' spelling.
I don't know.
It's
I just found out my 10-year-old's got a Discord. What the hell are you doing on Discord? And it was weird because it was the Eclectic Gamers podcast Discord channel that she was on. No, I'm kidding. But I don't know what she's doing on Discord. We got 3 more minutes with you, Chuck. You got anything you wanted to get off your chest while you're here? Or you pretty good?
You know, we've got an announcement coming up soon. Hopefully soon.
Who's we? When you say we?
Stern. And so that's what we're working on. That's why
Hold on.
That's why I look tired.
Last call of the night here,
Very
and
cool.
then I want to get back to that for just a second. I know you can't tell us details, but
No, I can't.
I know. Thanks for calling in to the Flippin' Out Studios. You're on with Chuck, Steve, and Ken.
What's up, you maniacs?
Hey, Plainfield call. What's up, Dave?
Plainfield.
How are you, buddy? Chuck was just telling us that Stern's got another announcement coming up pretty soon.
So where are you in Plainfield?
Well, that's exciting.
It is exciting.
Should I hang up and let him talk about it?
No, I'm trying to figure out what the delay is here, though. Like, so are you noticing that there's a delay? Like, for instance, right now, I'm waving my hands up in the air and waving them around like I just don't care. He sucked the internet out
I'm
of
kind
us.
of a Brazilian.
Marlon did.
Yeah.
He's got the direct line for the contest.
He definitely
it's
doesn't
all
have
that oil.
Comcast. I can guarantee you that.
Right. Comcast is out of Brazil, aren't they? No, I don't know. I don't think so. So what's up, Dave? What has you calling in tonight, man?
Everybody's out of Brazil. Hey, what was it? Oh, do you guys have a list of the movies that you actually used, that you're taking the clips from?
Well, there's still movies getting coded in, right?
I don't know if
Well, I mean, but
what?
I was talking to Mike today, and he was
As far
talking
as-
about a movie that he was actively coding in right now.
Cool.
Mike who?
no. I'm talking about.
Hello?
Hello?
Oh, that was like a
The
teaser.
number you've reached.
Hello?
All right.
We lost Dave.
I think he was just asking the Elvira movies.
Right.
Right, there were a bunch of them.
Yeah, no,
You have a list of
there is literally 3,700 clips in this game.
yeah.
And I just checked it, and so I think he'll be probably adding them in for the next
That's wild.
150 years.
I think we lost the
150
stream.
years.
The stream says reconnecting, so
Oh,
we're having some
no.
internet issues here.
Oh Jesus!
Oh,
You got
Comcast.
the 10 meg.
No, it's not the upload. It's you know what it is though.
Showgirls.
There is it's reconnecting. We're not even on right now.
That's-
But
this-
just be
this is
careful
what I
what you
saw
say.
earlier.
Oh, really? We're off the
Metronet's
internet?
in our area.
Oh,
yeah,
there
right
it
now
is.
we're on.
Did you switch?
No, but like anytime somebody gets service here, they disconnect a bunch of service from Comcast. So I'm surprised it's happening at nighttime.
Yeah, no, they can't be doing it at night.
I hate
It's that
Comcast.
beautiful weather. It's just the weather's too nice.
You know, they say that,
sucks.
right? But then I'm like, you realize all your lines are underground. They're like, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? It's not like there's.
No. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Weird. All right.
Yeah,
well,
hey,
we're
so
back. Maybe.
There's technical difficulties here, and what I think is actually happening is, you think Dave fell for that?
No.
No kidding. Metronet's in our area, and they have been chopping lines to lay fiber optic. And when customers are getting Metronet, they're going into the Comcast boxes, and every so often, there's been internet drops. So
that call
you don't have
was
Metronet? You have
no,
Comcast.
I'm still on Comcast. But if they're going to
For
cut my
now.
Comcast every time, I
yeah,
might
that
just go
call
to
was
Metronet.
was internet based, so that's why we
Oh yeah, right.
Lost
So
it.
all of our calls are
Yeah.
voice over.
Yeah,
IP.
The nice
this
thing
is,
about voice over IP is
Xfinity,
that
yes.
you lose it whenever you have internet, which is
Yeah.
great.
Right.
Yeah, I don't have any other choice besides Xfinity or really, really slow AT&T.
I had Uverse and it
Like
was
12
not the
megabits
best.
per second. I was like,
You know what's really sad is
Well, Metronet's a gig up and a gig down. That's pretty awesome.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Metronet, before we moved from Plainfield to back to Wisconsin, they were like, "Hey, would you be interested in fiber optic?" And it was the same cost as AT&T, but a gig up and gig down.
Yeah.
And I'm like, absolutely.
Yeah.
And like, sign us up. And so after we moved to Wisconsin, like a year and a half later, they went, "Hey, it's Metronet. We want to schedule an installation." We're like, "We moved." And they're like,
It's like, oh.
But I would contact the people that moved there because I guarantee you they don't want whatever was in,
Yeah. Right.
Oh, yeah.
It's
I'm scared
terrible.
to switch.
Internet addresses or like email.
Well, I mean, what I actually want to do here, and sorry for sidetracking, we're going to wrap this up here in a second. I want to go totally off the grid with cable. I want to cancel my Xfinity channels and internet. I would like to implement Metronet because it's like $60 for a gig up and a gig down. And then just stream everything via Netflix, Amazon Fire TV.
Cut the cord.
And just a la carte what I want to watch. And probably at the end pay what I'm paying now. It's after you add all this
but
shit
at least
on
you
it,
get
it's
what
like-
you want, though.
Yeah, right, exactly. Because I
Minus
don't watch it.
commercials
I
and-
need
yeah.
I need my local channels for sports.
You do.
And I need to, but I don't watch any network TV anymore. I just stream everything and I binge watch everything.
I put
So-
an antenna on.
and that's what I'll do. I'll put one in the attic and
So I get
you get the best
Milwaukee
picture
and
too.
Chicago.
Oh, cool. There you
Yeah.
go.
With it's like a
Heard it
double
there.
antenna thingy.
Jobber says Xfinity because you have no other choice. But let's wrap this up, Chuck. I know you got to get on the road. A couple thank yous tonight. Scott from Penn Stadium, thanks for illuminating Elvira's House of Horrors exterior for streaming purposes with the Extreme Kit. Go to PennStadium.com right now because with this being Cyber Monday, lots of money off. So it's like $40 off this and $60 off this. So you've been on the fence for Penn Stadium. Jump over there and
Couple
grab
hours
it.
left.
We did not have PinQuest challenges tonight, and that's my fault. I didn't communicate with Neil that we were streaming Elvira, but I guarantee those will be back next week. I want to thank Zach and Nicole Menny, the owners and operators of Flip N Out Pinball, for allowing us to stream. I want to thank everybody that's in chat, everybody that donated bits, everybody that typed in chat, and everybody lurked and just had a good time. Super, super appreciate it. I want to thank Steve Beatty, who's always the best co-host for me.
Woo!
And
Always fun.
Chuck, we raise our glasses to you, buddy.
Yeah, buddy.
You're our favorite guy that we have in here, man. So cheers. Woo! Cheers to Chuck. Chuck Ernst from Stern Pinball.
We have a good time, guys.
So after this, we're gonna go ding dong ditch Bill.
Yes.
That would be amazing.
Right when the baby falls asleep. Can you imagine that?
Baby,
It's like baby sleeping.
What was?
Bang bong.
So how did you get divorced, Bill?
I was hanging out with Chuck Ernst. The audio of the night, though, was... How did you do it? It's so awesome,
Get in the
man.
car. Get in the car.
It's so bad.
Here's your freaking banner.
Yeah, congratulations to Live Catch Pinball for winning that banner. And the fun is all in good nature because, again, Chicago's not a walk in the park either. But for Chuck Ernst and Steve Beatty, I'm Ken Cromwell. Don't forget to take some time out of your day and play some pinball. So long, everybody.